Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to the Brick World live stream. Thanks for joining Think Outside the Blocks. This is the weekly live stream from Brick World where we teach you how to think outside of Lego's perceived rigid medium and also to think outside your mental blocks. I am one of your hosts, Mark Larson, Chief Brick Officer of Brick World. And of course, as always, we're bringing you our other co-host, Mr. Ben Hauger, also known as Z Cerberus, on popular platforms like Flickr.
Yes, I'm also the guy on the left. Don't forget that.
Always the guy on the left.
Yes.
It's where you belong. As I belong on the right, apparently. So instead of Zevia this week, I would say one of our unofficial sponsors of this live stream is something I like to call Pedialyte with immunosupport. Because I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, which was actually 10 p.m. Central Time, and flew 10 hours back from Italy and landed here about 1 p.m. Central. I mean, so technically we had a 1 hour flight, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry,
make it easy.
Or otherwise known as 3 hours, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
You were flying the right direction to go back in time today. It's amazing.
That would be 4 hours. Yeah, exactly. I like going back in time because then you could sleep on the flight and pretend like that day didn't happen. However, I stayed up and watched like 4 movies. So it's up to you today to keep us on track because I'm just kind of like...
You're in for some trouble.
At the moment.
Last week, I will say it didn't go terribly, but we had, your typical audio gaffes.
Audio gaffes?
Oh yeah, I highlighted my second camera and took myself out, so we had a little bit of a pause there where I wasn't talking. And then another part where my headset just went dead for like 3 minutes. I was still posting comments though, so it happens. It's live, all that stuff.
Gotta like this. We're starting off with someone who's helping us brand. Go ahead and hit that like button if you want to help us push the algorithm. Yes, and also, if you do like what you see and you aren't already doing so, you can also hit the subscribe button. Why not? Just hit button. Hitting buttons is fun. Do it. Jamie Dory. Hey, gents. I'm Jamie. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. As they say in Italy, piacere, which means nice to meet you.
I thought that meant someone just smashed the like button because we just got one. So
I would love... Did we really?
Yes, I saw it go up.
So what you say when you get a like in Italy is grazie. So what Matt and I decided this week is that we wanted to like pepper our conversations with the random Italian that we know. And so as soon as we said that, we were laughing because we knew it would be really pretentious. So that we said our cue to each other, if either one of us is ever being pretentious, which I feel I've already been twice by throwing Italian into the live stream tonight, that we're just supposed to say to each other, ciao. But we have to have our eyes closed like that. Ciao.
Ciao.
So feel free, Ben, tonight, if I'm throwing in too much Italian, because we were there for 2 freaking weeks. And I was on Duolingo every day, so... Obviously now I'm fluent in Italian.
Yeah, you're basically Italian now.
Yeah, right. I'm practically native. Yep. So please feel free if I start getting too douchey about like knowing 5 Italian words, just tell me ciao.
Well, you got to do one of those things now where you speak fluent English, but when you get to an Italian word, you say it and like really overemphasize it, like spaghetti,
We had a problem today when I was going through when we were going through customs. Is like every time I meant to say thank you, I said grazie. Which I was just like, no, I meant thank you. Sorry. Like I gotta get that out of my system because we were trying to like make it easier for ourselves to communicate with people who might not speak a lot of English. We were trying to use Italian as often as we could. So forcing it every please, thank you, hello, good night, all that. And so now it's stuck there. And it has to go. It has to go as soon as possible.
Well, the tainted want to know, since you are using Duo, what's your streak at, Mark?
12 days.
12 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I paid some gems because the last couple days we were just like, we're just trying to squeeze the last drop of life out of the vacation that there was. So on the plane, it was like, so honestly, like the plane was like getting ready to take off and it was like, log in within the next 2 hours to keep your streak going. And then it was like, now you have no connection. Like your Wi-Fi's dead. Like there's no way for you to do this. So I paid the gems to keep my streak going.
I don't see
Oh,
there's a lot of.
thanks, Stephen Greenwood.
I get a feeling that might be a little sarcastic because Joellen says she's at 505 days with Scottish Gaelic.
Whoa! Is that
505?
Is that language alive? Scottish Gaelic.
Well, guess what? Watch the Brags, because Steven drops a 933 with German. Yep.
This is great. You know what? Because we also want to, because Matt and I haven't been on a vacation since 2016. So we're going to try to make this more a regular part of our lives. But one of the things we want to do is go to Spain, and I had 5 years of Spanish in high school because I was in high school for 5 years. I started in junior high. I'm just kind of like, well, let's just double it up because they're basically the same language. We went to a city called Punta Ala, which is on the Mediterranean Sea. So it's in Tuscany. It's not like a city most people know. They actually asked us at the hotel how we found out about them. So like we don't get a lot of Americans here. And the housekeeping staff didn't speak any English whatsoever. And this woman was like pantomiming, "Go to dinner. I want to turn the room over." But Matt was stuck with work. And so I was like panicking, trying to like, I'm like, can we have like 20 minutes? Like we're going to go in a bit. And she was just like, oh, like she was also panicking. Like, I don't know how to communicate to you. Get the F out of your room, go eat dinner so I can turn your room over. So I was just like, in Spanish, it's 20 minutos. And so I just said it. I'm just like, I know it's a Romance language. I know it's Latin based. Let's see if this works. And she was like, grazie. And it was just like, she just like went on with her life. And I looked it up on my phone. I'm like, what did I just tell her? What does 20 minutos mean in Italian? Same words.
Okay. You didn't offer her some sort of illicit drug or anything. So
exactly.
We're
she was
okay.
like, great, I'll drop off some meth for you.
Well, I feel a little bit like you're getting ahead of yourself, Mark, because like last week, we're going to try to use a show run so we keep on topic a little bit. And I have a feeling you are on topic number 2, not topic number 1. So maybe we can run through our SHIPtember update because, of course.
Oh, I plan to surprise you, by the way.
I'm sure you will.
I'm not even tapping the surface on topic number 2.
Oh, I'm sure you're not. I'm sure we'll have a lot. But here I am keeping my picture. Now question. Am I out of the show rundown? You can see my face, right? My camera's flipped the right way because last week doing this would have put my head right behind the dang thing and I had no idea, but that's okay. So, all right. So of course,
there's a learning curve to live streaming, right?
There is.
You know
so
what?
Here's our rundown this week, Mark. We're going to talk about SHIPtember. Of course, you in Italy. We're going to do a new segment. Ooh. Right?
Ooh. Yeah. We're going to do that.
And then we'll cap it off talking about what we're going to do next week. Next week's show is, well, next week. We're going to be here. You've got 2 weeks until Grand Rapids. So we still have a week where both of us are intending to be here at least. So that's what we plan to talk about. Let's see. We've got some comments going before we get to that.
We got some. We got a mirror of the ooh.
Yeah. Yes, and of course, my biggest fan, Lego Team B, says I crushed it last week.
Oh, good. I can't wait to watch it. I'm sorry I didn't. I started it and then I fell asleep.
Lots of crushing. I crushed it bad.
I love this guy. Titanium J's here. Greetings to you as well, my friend.
And Lego Team B apparently always coming in right at the right time, asking, did someone say I can get meth delivered? Well, only if you know the right words in the right Romance language.
Right. It was possible that's where we were going until I said 20 minutos. And I was just like, oh, great. Housekeeping staff is going to bring us meth, which would be a really, really bad thing to happen since I do have a very close family member who's in recovery from meth.
Yes. I also want to say,
By the way, it's a very dangerous drug for otters and other men in the gay community because it does target the gay community because they have expendable income, they have like this and they have that, and they have their shame, and they have. I can get into
yes.
that quite a bit. So, I
Maybe we'll stay out of that. We'll just say that you and Matt are DINKs. Apparently, DINK is an acronym. Dual income, no kids. Apparently.
oh
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
we're
that.
dinks, we're total dinks.
DINKs
But
for
just
sure, right?
just to let you know, I am going to jump into every time like it is not easy for me to laugh off a joke about meth. Just to let you know, it's a community thing.
All right.
It's kind of a
All
like
right. All right. I was unaware, but now I know. So
now everybody knows. Now the
yep.
tainted knows.
Now the tainted knows. Joke.
The
It's okay to joke about
tainted
crack, but not
knows.
meth. I just want to know like
Yeah,
where the
well,
line is. So
so
family show, everybody.
the puns in the last three sentences alone.
I wasn't even thinking about it like that, but thank you,
But
Mark. All
crack,
right.
but crack where the line is. I'm sorry, guys. There's like
Okay.
10 different
Well,
ways to like interpret that one.
and then let's see here. Looking forward to displaying next week in Grand Rapids. Well, it should be the week
And well,
after
give
next
yourself
week.
some time.
Yes. So I think right there, what happened
Don't go
was a
next week.
little time travel, right? Extra week. But Chris, I don't know Chris. Do you know Chris?
I do,
Awesome.
at least through Discord. I know
Awesome.
not to ever spell his name with a CH.
Yes. Well,
I tried my
it is what
best
it
not to
is.
do that, but then I was in a hurry and I was tired and I was in Italy and I was doing the last like updates to the display map and I decided to take everyone's name out and put in numbers to make a legend, and I just converted CH to K
Oof.
because I was tired.
Well, then let's just say here, right? So show rundown. First topic, SHIPtember.
Thank you. I was gonna say we're 12 minutes in. We haven't talked about anything Lego.
Here we go. 1 month, one ship, 100 studs. 2023. I'm participating because I am a glutton for punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I have done it twice before. And this here, let's add it
You've
to the
only done it
stage.
twice.
Only twice. I've built plenty of ships, but only 2 for SHIPtember.
Okay,
So
but
this is what everyone got to experience last week. This is all the farther I was. You can see that ship in the back is the one where we were talking about dismantling it a bit to retrofit it to be something that I liked a little more.
okay.
But on day 3, which is when we live streamed last week, this is about as far as I was. Not very far, not a third of the way done, right? Because on our rundown, as we're showing here, am I a third done? Because we're 1/3 of the way through September now. The answer is probably not. But
Okay.
let's flip over to my secondary screen here.
Ooh, nice.
And we can get a look at where I am done.
Ooh, look at you.
Got a little bit more to my space whale here, as I like to call it, and we're going to pan a little because, of course,
let's
my
talk
ship
about your
has to have
setup.
some orange.
It's nice to see this. Can we get
Let's get
our
over there.
faces out of there so we can see this ship and this beautiful
Well,
setup we have with this camera on
let's make sure. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on.
a cherry picker?
Hold on. Let's see what setup we can get here.
Here, I can hit the fucking buttons. I mean,
here. I got it.
Dropping
Here
F-bombs already.
Yeah, if I take us out, our audio will probably drop out. So we got to be in there a little bit, but
Yeah,
we can get the picture up in here. So
our
here,
audio would drop out.
well, that's what happened
Not
last time.
supposed to.
That's what happened last time. Wait. I can solo it. I know how to do this.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Sorry.
It comes.
Oh, do it.
Boom.
Can they still hear us?
Boom. I did it. Yeah, they can still hear us. I have a feeling we
Are we
are
sure?
still being heard. Let's see.
Hey, wait. Stephen Greenwood says macaroni alien. Stephen Greenwood, Fabulous Bakery.
Steven.
That's not what did we name your
That is Dot.
your animal? Dot?
That is Dot, our turtle snake, named after, of course, the unofficial sponsor of our show, Miss Dot herself from Dot's Pretzels.
Thank you, Chris with a K, White.
Yeah, so this is where I am right now. Not a third of the way done, but you can see I've got I've made some decent progress with some of what I've got going on here.
Dude, I'm sorry. You made amazing progress with your setup.
Oh yeah, my setup has gone to great lengths now. We are we're pretty much professional live streamers
Hey,
now at this point.
and save those receipts because once we're monetized, I'll reimburse you for that because you're doing that for the Brickworld brand.
Someday, Mark, someday.
Joellen says that she loves Dot.
And she loves the turtle snake. Yes, turtle snake Dot. Yes. Oh, and apparently Stephen Greenwood missed the segment where we made Dot. Shame on you, Stephen, but we'll forgive you.
Stephen Greenwood dash Fabuland Bakery. It happened several weeks in a row. So how dare you, sir?
And I also, you missed this. So let me throw this up here.
In Stephen Greenwood Fabuland Bakery's defense, he was probably here every week that we talked about it. It's just that we have a tendency to go on for 3 hours, and like he might not have been here for the time that we did go over it.
Yeah. Well, Mark, you missed last week's segment. So do you get this comment at all? Dot the Snake currently packing to relocate to the new factory.
I have to admit I don't know, and I'm dying to find out. The Tainted knows more about the live stream than I do at this point.
They do. So last week we posted a segment called OMG, where we talked about some things that would make you go OMG in life.
Really?
And one of the things that would make you do that.
Did you make a banner for it, by the way?
It was on my show rundown. I didn't make a banner, but next time.
Okay.
Next time. However, one of the things in our OMG is that Dots, who is now owned by Hershey's, is closing their factory in Velva.
What?
Yes. They are, of course, still continuing to produce Dots. In fact, Dots is a power brand. They are very proud of Dots. But as you might imagine, Velva, North Dakota is in the middle of nowhere, and it's hard to get the distribution they need out of Velva, North Dakota.
I'm upset by this news.
I knew you would be.
I like it being Dots. I like it.
It's still Dots. It's just not manufactured in Velva. If the taste changes, we will take them to task, won't we?
I didn't say I liked it being Dots. I said I like it being Dot. I like it being Miss Dorothy with her face on the back of the package.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Dots brought to you by Hershey's.
Yeah.
But maybe the price point will go down and maybe more people will be able to enjoy them.
Well, who knows? I think they've been owned by Hershey's for a while.
Really?
Yeah, I mean but they are closing at the end of October, I believe.
The things we don't know.
The factory. So okay, maybe we should talk about the ship for a little bit.
Fine.
We are,
I like the angles you have going here with these columns, struts, supports.
Yeah, aren't they fun?
What's the plan here?
Well, so I don't want to give away everything.
Do you have a drawing?
I don't. But as you may imagine, these struts here are supporting something above it. So there will be some more height.
Oh, weird.
I've got a good amount of length.
Weird that you chose supports to support something above it.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Very innovative.
Yep. And I'm adding some orange because, you can't get away from the orange. I think kind of the idea here that you might be able to pick up from some of this is I have a pair of these ovular docking rings on each side.
Yes.
Ovular. That's a word. I'm not even sure it's a word.
It
oval shaped
is for a gynecologist.
Yes. I think that's yes. So maybe ovalesque or oval shaped. I don't know. But I got a couple of these guys.
Let's try this one. Oval.
Yeah, but if you're describing a shape as being like circular, right? Circular describes something that's a circle.
Rounded rectangle.
Rounded rectangle. Ovular, maybe ovular.
Yeah.
I said ovular, but either way, I meant oval shaped. So let's just go with that. English isn't our first language. We both speak Italian. So
obviously.
Oh,
obviamente. I actually know that.
Ovoid. Here's another suggestion. Ovoid.
Ciao.
Might be correct. I don't know. Let's go with it. But I got a couple of these ovoid docking rings here.
I do like it. I do like ovoid.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna be designing some small ships to dock with my ovoid rings here.
Who is putting so much in Discord right now?
And look at this, I'm getting some suggestions that maybe I be more gynecological. I don't know. Is that even the word?
It is.
Gynecological. I don't know. Anyway,
I
we're
think
just gonna stick with ovoid because I think that's right.
gotta put that back up
But
there because I want to say this.
yes,
This maybe should
two
be
G's.
the guy in your left should be well, gynecologiben. I
Yeah,
think that's what he's saying. I think that's what he's trying to say.
whatever.
Gynecologiben, the guy on the left.
We'll take it. All right.
We're there.
I can
Hey, so we're
consider
like a
changing it.
half
It's
hour
all
into
good.
this. It's
But
20 minutes.
anyway, yeah. So
I think we're
working right
covered.
now on the docking rings,
Yeah.
and then a little bit on some of this shroud. What's going to go in back here
Yeah.
is a fighter hangar,
Of
but
course.
it's going to be a little different than the ones I've done before. So I'm excited to get working on
Yeah.
that, but that's kind of my next step on this bad boy.
I'm going to call out a couple things I see here in
Sure.
that are like, I just want to call them gynecologibenisms. You have a white frame that looks not unlike a soccer field or a football field. In several places, it seems to be kind of like a go-to Ben design thing, which isn't bad because I have my
Mhm.
go-to things for sure. But you got two of them on the deck.
Yep.
You got one of them on the orange shroud
The
here.
pinstriping. Yep.
Yeah, well, it's not. Well, that ain't pinstriping, my friend.
That's pinstriping.
It's just like an internal sort of rectangle. It's
It's
nice. You work that in very well because that's not the easiest thing to fit into
yeah.
a snot technique where everything's going to be really sturdy, but you do have it in a lot of your work.
I
So I'm not
do. I
necessarily
love it.
saying one way or the other,
Yep.
but I will admit that I like it. But I'm just calling it out as like a Benism, as like
Yeah.
it's a Z Cerberus technique.
It
So if you ever
definitely is on a ship, no question.
I would say like if we're gonna name a technique after you, one would be orange spaceships, two would
Yeah.
be goo, three would be this like sort of like this soccer field boundary line that you work into a lot of your shapes, which makes sense for what it is more functional than a random greeble that we see these sorts of like, especially on the deck, where you see it where like this is where all the fighters
Yep.
take off from.
Yep. An
And you have to
outline for
land
what
out
might go there. Well,
once
and
you
that's
land.
something I should mention here. So
You
one
have to
thing
be
that's a
outside
little
there.
interesting about what's
Right.
going on, right? I do have the rectangles on the deck. And let me ask you this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ovals apparently become ovoid and
Yeah.
not ovular, but rectangles become rectangular. They don't become rectoids, which
No,
sounds
no,
like
no,
a
no.
completely different problem,
Oh no,
right?
yeah, so it's rectanguloid. Duh.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
It is
Um,
the only thing that makes sense.
so the rectangles on the deck here are the outlines for something that will land there. That's going to be different than what might be docking here, and yet different again from what might be flying out of the fighter hangar. So there's going to be a lot of little builds that'll go into this one before it's done.
Mm,
And I'm only,
yes.
right? I'm already on day 10 out of 30, so I got to pick up the pace a little if I'm going to get there.
So I'm going to suggest right now that next week I'll be here. It'll be 2 days before I leave for Grand Rapids, and the following week I'll be in Grand Rapids closing up the show. And the show shuts down at 4 p.m. Central Time, so I'll only have 3 hours to get into the live stream. So I probably shouldn't dedicate myself to it, but we should get Simon back on so that you can both show off your SHIPtember results
Yeah.
at that point to end up to round out September with where you guys are going to be. Now that won't be the absolute end of SHIPtember,
No.
but if you guys can both get it done by then, that'd be a fun thing to
Hopefully
do
we'll be
for that
close.
last live stream of the month. Yeah.
Yeah, and I asked Simon if he was available last week, and he said he was feeling under the weather. So, if Simon is watching, get well, Simon, and we'd love to have you back on the show again.
You know what? I'm going to start using the saying, "How are you doing today?" I'm going to say, "I feel over the weather." I'm feeling great. Feeling way over the weather.
Yeah. front
Yeah, this
greebles
is this
here
is
too.
going in a great direction, and I kind of like to see sort of the snot effect without tiles. Like, I know you have a plan. I could see the tiles that you're starting to lay in,
Yep.
and I'm excited about it. But it's fun to watch this process with you because you do so much snot work. Everybody does snot work, right? But you
Yep.
do stuff that's in like several different directions.
Oh yes.
So
Yep.
it's nice to see kind of like the process that you put into and that you have a plan that you're working your way to it. I have a question about those. I want to go back to these struts.
Yep.
What am I seeing? Are these pneumatic pistons?
They are linear actuators.
Linear? And where the hell does that piece come from?
They're Technic. There are two
Yeah.
different sizes of them. I have a longer one that's off at the angle here in the front,
Yeah.
and then a shorter one along the sides.
Okay.
I believe I only have two of the taller ones, so I'm using 100% of my stock.
Ooh.
And then I have several of the smaller ones, but I'm using 8 in this particular build, so quite a few in there as well. And the one issue that I am having right now that I'm going to have to figure out, and of course I could adjust this down, but right now the height from the base up to the bottom of the plates there is 13 studs. I
Uh-huh.
would prefer that they be an even number for purposes of Lego geometry. Of course, I can adjust all of these down. All it takes is a little spin on the
Mm-hmm.
bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So I could make it down to 12 just fine. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to find some creative ways to let it stay at 13.
I like
But
yeah, I like that.
but that's where we are so far on SHIPtember.
Wow. You got a lot of work to do.
Yep, I certainly do. Yep, I had a crazy day yesterday. We had a baseball game, two soccer games. We had friends coming, friends going. We had a neighborhood carnival. It was absolute chaos, and yet I did manage to get a few minutes in with the ship yesterday. So
Good, 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 good. Yeah, definitely understand life getting in the way of hobby for sure, especially when life is the Lego business that you own. So you're like, I'm still doing Lego business stuff, but it's not like, oh, hey, your buddy says it's amazing progress. So apparently, this has come quite a ways since last week's episode, which I did not see.
yes. Well, here's the reminder, Mark. We can solo it. That's where I was.
Oh, holy crap! Yes, no kidding.
Yep. Last week, that's all I had done.
Wow.
All that stuff that's on this build is still on the new ship. And let's see if we could. I shouldn't say the new ship. The progress of the ship. Um, all that stuff is still up front here. So still there, but quite a bit is growing from there. So
That's
we're still
fantastic.
growing, still working.
Yeah.
But
Well, I know you have the ability to finish things quickly. Um, we've seen techniques that you've used slash fall back on slash improve as you fall back on them. So I know you'll be able to clad that once you have the shape that you want. So I think when we see this in 7 days, I think we're going to be even more impressed because I think you're gonna make a lot of progress this week, depending on the sports and club activity schedules and your
indeed,
work schedule.
indeed, yep. There's work too, and I have had. That is the other problem. Full-time job means, I have to do this largely starting at about 7 p.m. when we don't have any activities, and then I have to help get the kids to bed, and then sometimes I fall asleep, sometimes I don't. So it was
Life,
definitely easier when I didn't have kids.
life
But
getting in the way is the worst.
love the kids anyway, though. Wouldn't trade them.
Yeah,
But
yeah, they're probably all right.
yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
But that's where we are on SHIPtember. Any other news? I don't see any comments coming in. This tends to happen when we're talking about the mocks. We get a lot more listening and less participation. I don't think that's
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing.
I don't either, and I
Um,
think there's been a couple weeks
but
because when we were using Ecamm Live, I'd get back to the camera, and so it since it wasn't like updating to the bottom of the screen, it was just leaving the slider where it was at. We missed a lot of comments in some of the mocks that we made, so perhaps we've burned some people by not. Yeah, that's right. You're on the left, my friend. By not responding to the comments that they made. But this is actually one of the lower amount of comments I've seen on one of your mocks. So I hope people are still with us.
oh, I think they are. I think, like I said, I think they. It's a lot easier when both you and I are here,
Yeah.
because then I'm not just talking to myself, talking
Yeah.
about the mock the whole time.
Stephen Greenwood, Fabuland Bakery, says, sorry, he's panic bricklinking. And that's, we 100% understand that. We do that all the time. I actually made a purchase on the night of the wedding in Florence. So the only reason I say I'm not trying to be all chow about it and like be pretentious that I went to a wedding in Florence. It was actually an amazing experience with really, really close friends. I got pretty drunk and I was just like, hey, I need these pieces. I'm like, I need as many um, bright pink tiles as possible. And I found one set on clearance that's a dot set, not dots pretzels, but like the Lego dots. And I was like, I need that, and I should get this, and I should get that. Actually, we should go and look at that order that I made drunk off my ass from Florence on Wednesday. But before we move on to Benevidivice, I do want to share. We typically at this point talk about some of our sponsors, unofficial or otherwise, and I do have a number of sponsors to talk about tonight.
Perfect.
I want to do something a little new tonight where I promote a something that we'll be doing soon with the Brick World YouTube channel. So let's see, slides. No, I want to share my screen. There we go.
Just unshared your screen.
No.
You unshared it. It was already up there. We just had.
Oh, that's right, because we
Not.
set it up beforehand. All right, so
We
let me
did.
try again.
Yep.
Present, share screen, and
Kevin Lauer's excited for sponsors.
Let's see how long this takes me to get back into now that I turn it off. We try to get this going ahead of time. All right, so here we have it. This is what we're looking at. I'm going to start it. I don't plan to do this live. I plan to do this as pre-recorded, and I'll do it as, whoops, it's not given. Hold on, give me a second.
Brick World Crossing?
Yeah. Present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. Thanks for the warning again. Let's see. Adobe Bridge now? Nope. Give me a second.
Brick World Crossing did
Ah, this.
Ooh.
No, not that. Give me a second. Why is it not showing the preview? Hold on, sorry. All right, so let me guess. This is screen 2? No. Screen 3. Hey, thanks for bearing with us. Now we have it. All right, so this is going to be something new. I'm getting really excited about the potential that Lego is going to be producing Animal Crossing sets. So, judging by the amount of sets that were produced for Super Mario Brothers, and that didn't even touch on the movies, by the way, just touched on the classic game and its kind of like own gaming system. So, for one, I'm just excited about Animal Crossing being part of Lego's production line because I've all my stuff Fabuland based has always been compared to Animal Crossing long before I knew what Animal Crossing was. I think it was 2007, 2008 when I went to Brick World and I had my Fabuland village, and several people were like, "Hey, is that Animal Crossing?" And I was like, "What are you talking? What is that? I have no idea." And I didn't learn really what it was. Well, I learned it, I think, with my niece and nephew when we would play on the Wii, kind of like the base game that came with it. That was like do this, do that. There was like a little Animal Crossing mini game, and I was just like, "Oh, this is what people are talking about." They shake apples out of trees and it makes their heads huge. If you guys know what I'm talking about with the original Wii, maybe it was the Wii U, I don't remember. But I'm like, still makes no sense to me. It doesn't appeal to me. People explain to me the game is like slice of life. You'd go and pick apples and oranges and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't really care. BrickCon closing ceremony is over. Oh, is this BrickCon weekend?
I would suspect that's why Monica just snuck
Oh,
in.
oh, nice. Well, hey, welcome. Good to see you. More Nintendo. I agree, and so that's why I'm kind of hoping that there's some sort of gameplay with this as well. That they put some sort of chip in it, like maybe there's going to be a set where there's like several different types of fruit trees, and you can hit them every day, and it, you build up an inventory of apples, oranges, cherries, pears, peaches, coconuts. Oh, I'm sure I'm missing one. So also Animal Crossing, I played for the first time in 2021. So many people had recommended the game to me, and it had come out a year before that at the beginning of the pandemic. And you don't have to run from them. You just hold your net every time you shake a tree, and as long as you turn away from the tree and hit A, it will automatically aim you at the wasp, and you catch it every time. You make a lot of money off of it when you sell it to Flick. All right. Save your wasps and don't run. Don't run. Just hold your net. All right. So Brickworld Crossing, I want to get ahead of this because it means a lot to me. Animal Crossing, I ended up playing, not thinking I was going to do anything with it. And then I ended up in my depression from the pandemic in 2021. I had done really well in 2020 and being like, I'm going to wake up every day and do whatever I can to make it through life. And I can't, the pandemic is way outside of my control. And so I'm going to wake up every day and do what I can. And then in 2021, where I just started going through the same motions that I went through in 2020, where we were canceling shows, I was like, no, now I give up. Let's plug in this Nintendo Switch that I bought right before the pandemic. I love them. I love Wasps, Stephen Greenwood, Fabuland Bakery, because they make a lot of money, and it's really easy to catch them. So I went through 2021. I played Animal Crossing for 12 to 16 hours a day until we were able to start producing shows again. And then even that first season in 2021 that we did 4 shows in 5 weeks in the fall of 2021, I was still playing Animal Crossing at least 4 hours a day, even in my hotel room at the shows at night, because I was just obsessed with it. And it's like, I can look back and say that I wish I would have spent that time that I played Animal Crossing being creative with Lego, but I just did not have it in me at the time to go to my build table every day and like sort pieces and do this and do that. I just needed some escapism. Because Stephen Greenwood, you 3667 is the set number for Fabuland Bakery. Every time someone would reply to your name, I thought they were telling you 3667. So I'd get on Bricklink and see if it was a part number or see if it was a set number. Turns out that it's the Fabuland Bakery. And so your name is Stephen Greenwood in Fabuland Bakery. So anyway, this is why Animal Crossing means a lot to me. And so I've been resisting turning Fabuland into Animal Crossing, but considering that the way I feel about like maybe if I had spent more time building in 2021, I got a lot of inspiration and a lot of creative outlet from Animal Crossing. And so like even the orchard that we talked about when we first started doing this one, doing our live stream here, I'm sorry, is based off of the experience in Animal Crossing. And what I really wanted to build was a beautiful orchard and didn't really have it's much more rigid than Lego is trying to design something in Animal Crossing. So this is Brickworld Crossing here. This is like I'm going to make this the thumbnail for the live stream. This is the center of my orchard. So you see to the left, there's the peach trees. To the right, there's the cherry trees. So I'm just going to kind of do my best to like bring people on a tour to my island, maybe do some redesigns because I haven't touched it for almost 2 years now. Just a little over a year and a half, actually, at this point. And so I just want to talk to you a little bit about my island, since I didn't know that I was going to play for more than a day, I was rather flippant about it. So it asks you the name of what you want to name your island. And I talked about this before on this live stream and other live streams. Um, that I was like, I don't know, I don't care, Buttland. But what I didn't read is that you can't ever change the name of your island unless you completely reset. So I'm stuck with Buttland. And so I just kind of like owned it. Let's see, hold on, let me get the right screen here. Come on. There we go. So this is Buttland. And so I like it's not an island of butts. This is the entrance to my island. I took the statue of David and I turned it around because I was like, well, dude's got a tight butt. So I was just like, all right, when you get to my island, you come out of the airport, you see David's butt immediately. So this is also the dream address if you want to go check out my island as saved at this point, which was before the 2.0 update in November of 2021, I believe. So it's a lot better now, but you can see a couple of things here. I mean, obviously David's butt with the peach tree behind it. Again, I didn't go butts all over the island, but this is how you get into the island. But you see, I've got my I have some custom designs here with my staircase, custom design here with the lanterns, and then of course you see my 5-star island flowers. I forget what they're called. Quick, shake all the trees. You can't shake my trees. That's why I have flowers down here. I move them when I want the fruits out of them, but you can't come in there and shake them. I don't let jerks on my island. So I've got the steps here. I got the border for the grass here, so that it grows over the stone, grows over the border, then onto the stone. Got like my obsession with waterfalls, some nice staircases, some real staircases from the game, and then just to show you, this is exactly what it looks like when you walk out of the airport. You walk right up this lane right here and directly into the butt. And again, here's my custom pattern for the lantern. Here is my favorite season in Animal Crossing, winter. I wish all year could be winter. I'm not much of a time traveler because I didn't want to screw too much up, but I've changed my wrought iron fence to a stone fence because it grows snow on the top much better. Time travel just freaks me out. I tried it a couple times and just screwed up, and I got the cockroaches and the ugly hair. But you can see this is after the 2.0 update because I've got my trellis back here with the ivy and the beautiful flowers on it. What are those called? Wisteria. And then of course, like you see, I get a little over decorating. This is right before I stopped playing. Winter of 2022, I think. Yes. Sorry, during festival. So I got my festival lanterns and my festival balloons. It's just all getting a little cluttered, right? But David's butt is still there. Basic entrance to the island, not the entire theme. And I think it's one of the things that I'm figuring that I want to go back and do. And something I think I can do better for my displays is I've seen a lot of like YouTube videos where like people choose one theme for their island. So I think I have to define the theme for my island and make the entire island match that. Because I think I have very pretty screenshots, like very pretty areas. The whole island itself isn't cohesive, and in that way, it doesn't necessarily become. It almost seems like over designed without making things flow together better. So as you know, I just went to Florence and I got a picture of myself like this with the real David from the butt end. And I could not be more proud of myself for getting there to visit the real David in real life and standing behind the butt, just like my Animal Crossing avatar with the otter beard. Try to make him look as much as me as possible. But that it was one of my favorite days of the vacation was getting to Florence so I could take a picture with David's butt. And so this is kind of like the basic aesthetic of my island, where it's sort of ruined, it's sort of pretty, it's sort of zen. I use as many blue and purple flowers as possible. I got some nice bamboo forest back here. And this is a good example and I love, again, the waterfalls. It's a good example of how I can make things more cohesive and get some more of those columns and arches around to make it look like an ancient Greek island or something like that. So I'll be doing that in the in Brickworld Crossing as well. If I'm given the time, I'll at least walk you through where the island is at if I can actually get myself to the point where I'm improving it before the next Brickworld season crops up on us. And then if I have a wish list uh, for Animal Crossing sets and new molds that we will get, and I wouldn't mind them looking like the Chima mold, but I would like to see some rhinoceroses because I have two favorite rhinoceros characters. Because eventually I became so obsessed with the show, I'm sorry, with the game, that I bought a second Switch so I could have a second island. So this is my second island, and this is me visiting my second island. I went to visit Hornsby, where I this isn't his actual house. I designed it for him with the DLC, Happy Home Paradise. This is Hornsby, one of my favorite characters, and you see that his eyes are much lower than a regular Chima one. I'd like them to be helmets so that you can get different expressions because they do make a lot of expressions. Hornsby is a lazy rhino, and he's endearing and hilarious, and he's a beautiful color of blue. And one of my other favorite characters on my main island on Butland. This island is called Bro Key because I decided to like bring in all the like the broy characters and make it all sort of like sort of ridiculously testosterone. And then Tank is one of my other favorite characters, and he's a jock character. He's got a beautiful, like, sort of gray hue with the pink ears. Inside the ears is lime. So I'd really like to see those as molded heads. If they are helmets, I would love to get all these different expressions that they have. If I have one more wish for a molded head for a character, it would be for Filbert, who is hands down the best character in the game. I like a lot of characters that not a lot of people like. So I don't think these will be popular choices. I think we'll see a lot of cats. I think we'll see some eagles. I think we'll see some horses. We might see Pietro the Clown sheep. And then this is just kind of like the other thing where I say, this is on that same island where I have all those arches and ivies and, ruined columns. But I have a tendency to like make people's yards very expansive. This is Annabelle, the pangolin's yard, and it is like 18 by 18 squares. And so if I could make things a little bit more cohesive and make themes match more, even with this layout, because I fell in love with the way I laid out the trees here, and so I just kind of left it all open. Again, I've got some custom stone paths here, some custom brick paths back here. Hopefully you guys are into Animal Crossing even just a little bit. Hopefully you haven't lost half the tainted here in me going through all this. And then last but not least, if I have an area like the museum, I'm pretty consistent with like choosing one theme, but if I can make that match the entire island, I'd be a lot happier with it. So there we go. That's what I hope to do with some more content coming to the Brickworld YouTube channel. And that's that. So Yola says, I expect at least one of these epic Animal Crossing house layouts in Lego by next Brickworld. That's what I've been working on, and that's what that's what the entire orchard and vineyard that I've been working on in the live stream is based off of, is trying to make these orchards and vineyards happen in Animal Crossing world. And so that's why I'm so excited about the Animal Crossing Lego coming out. And the fact that we don't get leaks the same way we used to, and that we don't get like a ton of like early catalog shots like we used to, as much as that's bad for Lego's business, it's really good for fans to get excited about what's coming out. So I don't necessarily want this to be like something where it's like, come here for all your Animal Crossing Lego news, because I don't want to stay up on it that way. I just want to respond to it in a way that enhances kind of the creativity and the thinking outside the blocks that we already talk about on this live stream. So Z's spouse. So Ben, Animal Crossing?
Well, if you read what it says, my spouse and the kids played Animal Crossing. The Wii only includes them. I was not as into it. I was trying to find other things to do because we just had one Switch, and my wife was quite into it. We now have 2.5 Switches, so I probably could play with her now if I wanted to. I ended up buying one later so I could play Metroid. But yeah, my wife was really into it during COVID. Same thing. But of course, she let the kids come to the island, and they trashed it every time they would show up. Yep.
Right. And there's ways to control that between like the houses you have in there, but it's like it gets complicated. So it's like if you have to share one with the family, you're just kind of at the mercy of your children. But there's something about what we were all going through during the pandemic where it was like the perfect game to come out at the time because it was like it's escapism, and there's something very zen about it. You can go and you can just like fish, you can go swim in the ocean and just dive for sea creatures, you can go to a deserted island and just hang out, and like they're all like different sort of uh um every island you go to is different depending on what version of the game you got, which update. Or like there's an old turtle that takes you to a deserted island and sings you a song on the way. Captain.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get into we've been segued, and so we're gonna get into it. This question shows up. How do I have half a Switch? Monica suggests maybe I have the Switch Lite.
That's what I was gonna guess.
That is not correct. Let's see here. Oh, my wife throws out, we counted down to a midnight with Animal Crossing one New Year's Eve.
So my friend Nicole counted down to hers while she was time traveling and accidentally rewound a year by not changing the year. Moved it to January 1st of the same year.
Getting into too much time traveling this year.
So
how do I have half a Switch? Well, little segue here. I bought a Switch that was a launch edition because they are hackable. And the reason I bought a hackable Switch was so I could rip games off of the Switch. Notice I buy the cartridges, I own the games, so I can play them on my Steam Deck. The Steam Deck's like a held PC that's kind of like a Switch. But then I can play PC games and Nintendo games if I buy them on this. But the deal with having the hacked software is you don't want to put it online. So I can't update it. I can't let the kids play with it. All it's there for is ripping games so that I can play them on a different device. I bought it used, secondhand, so it's not in great condition. That's how I have half a Switch.
So the good thing about having a hacked Switch for Animal Crossing is there's a lot of hacks out there for like different camera controls. So like as you see, one of my problems is like I design for screenshots. Like I want a beautiful area, but I know what can fit in the camera. And so there's hacks like you can get a different camera angle, so you can build whatever area you want and get the entire camera angle of it, because there's a very limited camera in Animal Crossing. And there's things like you can only build bridges over water, but there's a hack where it can where it can let you build bridges over land instead of having to be over a river. Or you can build columns and stuff into rivers, which you can't do with the regular Animal Crossing, but with the hacks you can. So you make your own bridges and make stuff go over it with some of the more beautiful furniture pieces that they have available in that. So I'm going to take that is lit. I agree with you. I did not know that. I knew there was a lot of hacking possibilities out there. But you're also like one of those computer geniuses that would know how to do this.
So let's talk about that for a second, because
it's dangerous.
Let me show you something.
Yes, please do.
On my screen here. Let's solo this up on the stage.
I'm just gonna vape nonstop during the stream tonight, if that's okay with everybody.
I don't know if anyone saw this on Instagram coming from Lego, but this is. I wonder where they got this idea. Right, this is a computer that has Lego built into it.
Oh my gosh, is it
someone else doing this, right? Well, here's the thing. I don't know who the heck Loser Fruit is. Not Poison Fruit, Loser Fruit. She's probably some streamer who knows how to do this stuff, right? But I do want to point out right here. Oh, I missed it. We'll come back to it when it comes around. As you can see, they do this quite a bit differently than the way I've done this, because if you'll notice, of course, the shape that they've chosen to take on is very rectangular, or rectoid, right? Or rectoloid. I don't know. We just decided that
rectanguloid. I think we said
rectanguloid. But you can see from this picture. I'm going to try to pause it this time at the right point. There we go. This back here, you can see this white stuff in the back here. This is all stamped metal. all they really did was build a computer
Yes.
and then wrap it with a Lego house. I mean, it's not really. They did put Lego inside too, but it's not really the same thing that I've done, where like all of the mounting hardware and everything is built out of
I'm offended.
Lego, but it's still, a little something. So, and YOLO tells us Loser Fruit is a Fortnite gamer for those wondering.
Loser Fruit.
But that's apparently the name of this girl that they built it for. So anyway, I don't know. I still think the Gudamine is
they haven't built
cooler.
one for you yet.
Right. I think the Gudamine's cooler because it's at least built all out of Lego, as opposed to just.
Do they not know who you are?
Oh, clearly not. But I'll get over it.
The Gudamine is obviously cooler, but this is fitting in with a lot of other stuff that they want to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Ben.
Oh, I got over it. But at least they are incorporating the two things, kind of like I've tried to do.
So instead of taking
fun there.
Instead of taking Stephen Greenwood Fabuland Bakery's suggestion of segueing into the Lego set news of the week, which we do have ready to go, I'm going to use the entire Fabuland theme as a way to segue into Benevidi Vice, because as we had our opportunity to go to Lego stores in Italy this week, we had my husband ask at both Lego stores we went to. Whoops, spotlight search. No, how about that? There we go. Ask at both Lego stores we went to in Florence and Rome. Which, this is so adorable, you guys. He asked at both places, and by the time okay, let me put it this way. He asked at both stores if they had any Fabuland sets. Because we were in Europe. And I explained to him lightly before we got to the Florence store, it wasn't going to be a thing that happened. But he asked anyway. And in Florence, in particular, there was a bunch of people there that it was just a job to them. Like in the States, any Lego store you go into, like people are like Lego experts. They're probably Lego fans. They're probably doing it for like the Lego discount. In Florence, in particular, they were like, we don't know anything about Lego. We're here to, charge you for what you're buying, and F off if you want to talk Lego, because we're not part of that. And so in Rome, he tried to ask the staff without me hearing. But he was close enough I could hear what was happening. And it's just so damn adorable that he really thought like he would find some Fabuland sets that they had like in the back room. Because it was sold more commonly in Europe. He knows that much about Fabuland. And so then I told him, I was like, I have dreams that there are new Fabuland sets. So like, they reintroduced the line, and he was like, do you really? Aww. And I was like, no, it's just like, it's something I know isn't going to happen. I've been told by designers at Lego that it will never happen. So I'm going to go through this process again. Let me see if I can find the right screen. I think we said
you get an though, and I totally understand that. It's worth an He was trying.
Look at this.
The fact that it was, discontinued in 1987, but
right? I'm like, I told him twice. I was like, it's discontinued in 1987, long before they had Lego brand stores in malls or kiosks. Bionicle Dream for Fabuland. Did I say that?
People must have the Bionicle Dream where they dream it returns. Apparently, there's a version. You have the version for Fabuland.
We're definitely dating ourselves with that. The Bionicle Dream for Fabuland. I'm sorry, It's the Fabuland Dream for Bionicle. There, YOLO. So, what do you notice about this picture?
Let me see here. Well, of course, for me at least, I'd be very interested in some of the interesting architecture here, including the ceiling, right?
Yes. What the hell is going on? These aren't even frescoes because they're not on white plaster. Like, this is a very intricately painted ceiling. I don't know what was here before. It might have been a very fancy restaurant or something.
Probably not Lego though, because they're not even blockified. They're just crazy.
But the tympanum or the tympanum here, this area, can you see my mouse? Yes, you
Yep.
can.
Yep.
This was all Lego bricks in here. This was all just a very intricate painting. And this was all over the store. And here it is Rococo all the way in the back here. This was a Rococo ceiling. It was a different like type of uh, um, Florentine art in each room. There was a very blank spot here in the center. But it was like if you go to the Chicago Lego store, the window is designed by a Lego certified professional named Adam Reed Tucker. Ever heard of him? So that's the Chicago part of that store, but it's just the front window. This place was dripping with Florence. Oh, whoops, wrong screen. To the point where, like, okay, so this was a community build wall where you could build whatever you wanted to onto it. They had a huge table of like open brick that you can add to this. I don't know how often they turn it over because it looked pretty full and there were still people building on it. Look at their pick a brick wall.
Oh, interesting.
How freaking pretty is that? And I've never seen
With the
it looks like
colors.
the interior drawers without the cladding on it, right? And it's arranged by the spectrum.
Not that spectrum. The rainbow color spectrum, people.
That's what I meant.
Yep.
What else would it be?
When people say the spectrum, they mean something else these days, Mark.
Oh, on or off the spectrum? No, it's it's arranged by the color spectrum. Abraham Bakery, he changed his name. Oh, I'm dead. I love that he changed his name.
He changed his name. Someone else changed their title on the stream. Somebody you know is no longer on the left.
What's your say? I can't read it. I'm blind at the moment. I'm so tired. What does it say? Amateur gynecology.
We're just having a day.
Gynecology.
That's okay. I didn't go the full way, but I went most of the way. I gotta get us back in there. Hold on. There we go.
The Fleur de Lis, it says Ciao Firenze, which is the state where Florence is. But look at the branding here. So you got a 1x3 tile, a 1x3 tile, a 1x2 tile, and like all these studs showing. And that was all over the store. Like over every theme was a stud with the theme on it with a stack of bricks that had different colors in it. I have not seen that in any other Lego store, including Rome. The Florence store was freaking gorgeous. And they did fun stuff like this as well, where here's the, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of this plaza, but this is the old palace. Oh, it's a Piazza dei Palaccia or something like that. The Plaza of the Palace. So here you have the statue of Archimedes beheading Medusa. Is it Archimedes?
No.
No, who beheaded Medusa?
Oh gosh, was it Ulysses? I don't remember.
Somebody like that.
Anyway,
but they've got the entire. So here's the Uffizi and like the they called this. Oh God, I knew this like a week ago, but they've got like the sculptors here. They've got like a little like they have. This is very very Florentine. This is exactly what this piazza looks like, which is plaza. And then they have the Duomo with the Florentine Guard, and like this is their police that is actually the military. And they got a bunch of tourists back here, like watching the little parade, and like
looks very Europa, right? From our lost themes.
From our lost themes, which we haven't done here because someone else has done it better, but we can still do it and just maybe cite the guy and steal his work.
It was Perseus. Perseus,
thank you. Yeah. But just look how nicely all these themes set in with something beautiful like that in the center. And that takes up a lot of retail space. And they did a lot of community stuff there. Like this was their Duplo build. And you could build onto it.
Nice.
This was their staff door. Thank you, Lego Team B. Lego Team B probably beat us to it. We just didn't read it in time because we got the delay. Maybe Lego Team B's Google was faster than yours.
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at this in Rome. They did a beautiful mosaic of the Trevi Fountain. And right here we have this guy is throwing a brick over his shoulder into the fountain, which the tradition is if you're a tourist there and you want to come back, you throw a coin with your right hand over your left shoulder. And if it makes it into the fountain, it means you're going to come back to Rome. And so they kind of hit their tradition. This thing was at least like a 12-foot wall, like 12, well, it's rectangular. It's rectanguloid. So I think this was like 12 by 14. It's a very, very large wall there in Rome. It took us a while to find it because we were so impressed by Florence. We didn't exactly immediately see what was Roman about the Rome store. Pick a Brick wasn't quite as pretty. There's me standing like a dork outside. The sun, the sun was setting. We got a picture of me outside the Florence store as well, but apparently I forgot to put it in this folder. Those pictures were much cuter. Toss a coin to your fountain. That's the way to come back. Apparently, if you toss it in once, you come back to Rome. If you toss 2 coins in, you come back to Rome and meet your future spouse. And then if you toss it in 3 times, you admit that meeting your future spouse was a mistake and it grants you a divorce.
I'd also like to say that looked like a 1x1 red brick. That could have been a Brick World trophy they were checking in there.
It might have been something worth some value, right?
I guess.
Way to bring it all full circle.
It was just a nomination, so you can throw that one.
The nomination.
It wasn't a win.
Those are garbage. Look at this beautiful thing that was in the front window of the store in Rome.
Yeah.
And I've got, by the way, the Pick a Brick I got from both stores. I found some rare parts in both, but Florence by far had the most rare parts. We can dissect those later if we've got time. What the hell time is it at this point?
We're a little over an hour. We got to get to the set news. We're doing great.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. This I love. Look what they did with the brush. I don't know if it came this way, but they turned it the correct way, which I found impressive. And this right here, I wish I would have gotten a picture of it inside the store. This column here was gorgeously done.
Yeah.
Really, really nice stuff. Let me see
what those two figures are CMFs. And also last week in our OMG, we talked about the fact that the Marvel Series 2 CMFs are in cardboard boxes now. OMG. So
I bought 7 Marvel figs while I was in Italy.
Were they any duplicates, or how'd you do?
I got 2 of the oh god, what's her damn name? Agatha Harkness.
Okay. There was one piece. Gosh, we'll throw this up in there. Beast has a new piece.
Where'd you go?
We'll get to get Beast. Beast has a new piece that we can get to. It is a. Let's flip over to my. Well, I could just hold him up here. This white piece down here on Beast's microscope. Mm-hmm. It's one of those 1x1 studs with a bar, but the bar comes out and then curves down. So it's kind of a combination of a different piece than the one with the bar. Soloed me right when I was doing it. So here it is. Kind of got like a handle, like a coffee mug.
Oh, weird.
Yep. It's a little different piece.
Is that an Apollo stud?
It is hollow. Yes, it is an Apollo stud.
Nice.
Yep. So a little different. I had no idea until I opened it up that it was a different new piece, but little new piece with the Beast. At least as far as I know, it's new. Maybe I'll hear that there are 50 of them, but I don't know.
Let's see. Do I have anything else? Nope. Back to the beginning from Florence. So that is my Lego Italy experience. However, I do have the Pick a Brick cups that we can dissect later. It was Fabuland Bakery, Agatha all along. Both of her. Monica Berry, when's the next Brick World show you're doing? Because I have 2 of them. I think I got Storm and who's the fuzzy one? Fuzzy brown.
Oh,
I should go grab them.
this guy. This guy.
Which is YOLO? Oh, it's a oh, that is a phallic. That is a phallic piece. The Apollo stud with the down handle.
Yeah.
It's for an albino. Yeah.
Well, I have.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Fabian Bakery said ooh, so I just.
I got.
Oh, sorry.
What the heck's this?
Oh, nice. Yeah, get it.
This girl.
What
I
the?
did get a storm too. I don't know who that is even.
I hate when this happens.
Wolverine. I like that Wolverine's got a sentinel head with him, like he knocked it off. Then there's like nowhere to put it. It's
Yeah,
weird.
I know. I thought the same thing. Just kind of like lays on the side, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Logan's gonna wear it around. I don't know. But his mask is pretty good.
Monica, yes, it was Werewolf by Night. Thank you, YOLO. That was fun. Janky Squad. Okay. You guys get one name.
You're the tainted. You've accepted this name, and it is your name.
That's right.
Storm. Yeah, Storm's not too bad.
I like Storm. I like that. I like that cloth.
The cape piece.
The white mohawk is fantastic.
It is. As a quality white mohawk.
Yes. All right. So a few weeks ago, we said we were going to talk about this.
Yes.
So now let's actually do this. Before we do that, let's just scroll down here. Let's talk about some lifestyle shots. Oh, wait. Nope. It changed it.
They're actually touching the Lego, though. That was ridiculous.
There she is. Oh. Like, remember, so we saw 2 United Colors of Benetton stores in Italy. And that's what these remind me so much. They're trying a bit too hard. Like you could have a very short, you could be a female with a very short hairstyle and play with the set. Really? Can I too? This is one of the best idea sets I've seen, by the way. And by the way, my comments about the lifestyle shots are just like, it seems to me like just a little bit trying too hard to include everyone, which I appreciate on the basic level. But sometimes I'm just like, wow. But after getting into the Blockleverse, I appreciate it a little bit more.
At least they actually bring people in to touch the Lego who are actually touching the Lego.
Yeah.
Not just photoshopping in a bunch of models who are actually terrified of the prospect of, making bombs or whatever it is they're doing in those Blockleverse pictures.
Photoshopping toys over it. But it's like it's kind of like to see all of that happen, especially when they're doing it with the city sets where they're still using just yellow minifigs. Because I'll say it's very controversial, but it means a lot to me. I do think that children enjoy to see, have quite a lot of benefits from seeing themselves in play and being able to visualize themselves in the play that they engage in. So if you can put them into your lifestyle shots that way, please put them into your figures and give them all sorts of personality, skin tones, everything else. Everything you do with friends, you should be able to do with your regular city sets.
Just don't put female knights in Lion Knight's castle, Mark.
Oh, don't you dare. Why are there so many female knights? There's an amazing array of new parts in this. I know, so we're like probably about 3 weeks to a month behind with like getting onto this, because I'm sure a lot of other live streams talked about this. But there's so many beautiful pieces in this. I don't even know which ones are new. I haven't taken the time to like do that sort of research.
Hey, Mark, did we spend a lot of time talking beforehand?
You and I tonight?
Yeah. Did we?
A bit.
Did we spend a lot of time doing it?
Not oh, you haven't?
Here is perhaps the most interesting new piece, if you ask me.
What on earth is that?
It is a see-through, transparent piece. Let's get my hand in the way here, or maybe we can.
Oh my god! It's like one of the old because they made those in for the bee. I like
got a stud on each side plus a bar on the end.
Shut up.
And then the other end is a Technic axle hole
Dude,
connector.
what? It's not an axle hole. That's an axle.
It's an axle. Yes, sorry. Axle
No,
fits
you're
into the
fine.
axle hole connector.
I forgive you.
Yep. But
Dude,
there
that's
it is.
amazing. I love that. I
Perhaps the
like the
most
set.
interesting new part in there. But I can flip over to the new parts in the set. Interesting
Please
thing
do.
here.
Yes.
This particular, so it came with 3 manuals, which is good because then, you and a couple friends could build each of the scenes together. But then they had a 4th manual, in air quotes
And
here.
those friends can be from all sorts of backgrounds and different hairstyles and different like color skin.
They indeed can. You can see a couple different shades of skin here on the hands. But I hadn't seen this before. Kind of its own, they do these for the idea sets where they talk about, going from the fan design to the Lego design
Yeah.
and what was in them. But it's its own separate piece compared to the instructions. But it does have at the end it's the Hercules beetle.
Oh, nice.
That's the beetle.
Yes, which by the way, you can get a Hercules beetle in Animal Crossing during spring. You can also get a praying mantis. What type of butterfly is that?
It is, well, it's a beautiful butterfly. I'll tell you that right now. There it is, the blue morpho butterfly.
Ooh, not available in Animal Crossing, unfortunately. But you can get a bee.
But you can see what they were designing it after there with the kind of the ombre effect going on in
I
that
will say
animal.
the ombre was beautiful in the original Lego Ideas design. That one. Thank you, YOLO X, for beating us to the punch. But the tiles that they made available, so YOLO thinks it's available in a one of the Marvel sets.
Could be, but it is interesting.
I know, right? So I had the same Joel and I had the same reaction. I was like, "Oh, I expect a plate to be on their side, but it was an axle."
Yep.
Bakery says, don't be an axle hole. We need to make that a banner."
Yeah. Well, I've gone from amateur gynecologist. Now I'm just going ovoid. That's all I'm sticking with today for my title.
Joel also said, "You mean we don't have to leave them in the sun to bend them anymore?"
No, they just come right out of the box like that now.
Triple Apollos. I love that people have caught on to the Apollo whole thing. So I want to go back to a few things here. Let's see. YOLO said Hachiroku. Hachiroku, is that who made the idea set? Perhaps, maybe. I don't know. YOLO, if you can help me out. I know that was 5 minutes ago that you made that comment. Monica Berry said, "I really wanted the Moon Knight
The
figs."
fan designer.
Storm 2 got none of them. Need
No.
Pizza Dog 2 and Kate Bishop. Yes, I have a Kate Bishop. I got a Kate Bishop. Kate Bishop.
I did get the Moon Knight myself. Okay. So looking through some of the parts.
Yeah, I do want the Moon Knight. There's 2 Moon Knights in there, isn't there?
I have the white one with the crescent gold blade.
Nice.
Maybe I have some other ones. I actually got the sets to see if it was possible. I picked up some random ones at Target to see if it was possible to actually weigh them to see if there was any difference in weight.
Oh dear Lord! How did you do that?
Just for funsies. We had both a kitchen scale and a postal scale.
Yeah.
They do have slightly different weights, but they're kind of in chunks, right?
I love me some Monica Berry. There is a similar blue butterfly in Animal Crossing. I think it's the monarch.
Yeah. So the big things from the color palette.
Animal Crossing. How are you saying yeah to me? Don't say yeah if you don't know.
Okay. I believe that there's a beautiful
Emperor.
blue
It's
butterfly.
the Emperor. Emperor butterfly is blue in Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead.
So the big thing is we've got the tile with the white dots on it for the butterfly.
Yeah, we can't see that.
Yep. I'm trying. I'm doing my best here. I'll hold it up.
Thank you, sir.
Camera shake. We got the tile.
Yes. Oh, it's a 3x3. Oh, or is that a 2x2?
Right there.
Yeah, nice.
Then we also have the 1x3. This part's been introduced lately as well in some of the Speed Champion sets. They had the longer rounded over one with the Apollo studs in it. Also get the cute double bar clip. This has been in a couple of sets. It's not new, but it's a cool piece in black. They also have now this part in both, I believe, 2x4 and 2x6. It's the tile on the bottom, anti-stud on the top thing to smooth out the bottom of a plate. A couple of those. It's the little heart-shaped piece, of course. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
But perhaps the other main thing that we would probably be real interested in
Are you going to
is
talk
they
about
have
transparent
in the
tiles?
bright green. Well, we'll get to there.
Okay,
The
thank
bright green, they have
Yes.
the lovely plant piece, 8 of them.
you. Mm-hmm.
And
You got
then
your egg piece in there as well. Your eggshell piece in white, which I'm sure we've seen, but there's lots of them in there.
yes, yeah, a couple of those. We'll get to those there on the next page. Then a couple transparent pieces. The bee wings. These have been CMF type things in a couple different colors.
Hey
But they're
Ben,
in trans clear here. So lots of cool parts.
What is this?
What is
See
the
what
what's?
mantis? They're dark tan at the bottom. So here's the praying mantis.
Yep.
What's this piece here?
I can't see what
on
you're
this-
pointing at.
Here, so you see my mouse?
No,
You don't see the mouse.
we don't. I can't tell
I
you why.
do.
I can't.
Oh, here. How
Hey,
about
there
now?
you go. Take it
There you
off the
go.
stream and onto your screen, buddy boy.
What is this?
That. Flip back over to me here.
Yep. I
It's
got
actually dark.
Whoop.
Maybe no. Actually, they're probably not dark orange.
I
Oh,
moved
oh.
you from the screen.
Well, now
Stream
I've
edge.
doubled up in volume.
So hold on. I'm trying to drag you over to this. I can't do it. Hold on.
Okay, I'll do
There we go. Wait.
But now I'm
you.
an echo. Hold on.
Nope.
Hold on.
Are you?
I bet now I find. Nope. I'm still an echo. What'd you do?
No idea.
Everyone's gonna say he's echoing. Okay, so dark orange.
Oops. This.
So it's this. My goodness. Slope tile.
No, not that. It's dark tan.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What I'm pointing to is
Not at the butt of the mantis. They're definitely
it's not the butt of the mantis. It's the stem underneath the mantis.
Okay, if I mute you, does the echo go away? It does. What'd you do? I'll turn it back on. Yeah, you did something.
I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Echo. Shit. We gotta figure this out. So I have the same setup here. And
I don't know what you did.
Harg.
But hey, experiment. Okay, I just muted Mark's mic. I'm now talking. We'll wait a couple seconds, but I'm betting no echo. We can confirm that. But here. So the parts on the butt of the mantis, if that's what you're circling, are dark orange, and here they are. It's a slope tile, and then like that, I like to call it the tooth tile or the tooth piece. Let me see here. No, the branch, you're saying. The bottom of the branch there. I'm guessing that would be this piece, the tooth piece. And let me center myself here. Yeah, no echo while muting Mark's mic. I'll turn you back on. Yep, definitely not echo. You're back on the naughty list. But that's it. It's the tooth piece. They used a bunch of these. You can see there's 13 in here. They used a bunch of this piece in the roof of the Lion Knight's castle to make kind of like a thatched look as well. So yeah, lots of that part in here as well. And then they've got a fair amount of sand green as well from the mantis. Come on, focus. There we go. Sand green piece, including some pistols in sand green. Let's see what everybody else is liking. Oh, Mark Mark's trying to get in, get his headset on, get his mic set up. The teeth pieces for the woods, they say yes. Lots of the shaggy tooth piece, as I'd like to call it, and some nice pink pieces as well in here. So, okay, let's see if Mark's off the naughty list now. He's trying to get the headphones on. He says no. He's giving me the no. I thought the mantis was bright light green. It is. It's a lime green, but I think those parts looked like they were sand green. I guess we'll have to look. I haven't built the mantis yet, to be fair, but there are the bright green pieces, the lime pieces, and then I'm guessing these are sand green over here on this page. So might be triple color thing going on. Oh, I can still hear my echo. I don't know what happened, Mark. You shared that screen. Well, let's remove this. Okay, now unmute. Okay, how about now? Nope,
Okay,
I can
how
still
about
hear
now?
me.
Nope, I can still hear me.
What
Do
the?
you
Do
have
you have
the stream up on
the
a
stream up on a
page you're not on or
page
something?
you're not on or something?
Okay, I'll mute you. So someone does confirm or mention that probably is sand green. It is not used in the mantis, but there is some beautiful sand green in there somewhere that's getting used. So yeah, lots of interesting parts.
Oh.
We'll get that double off here eventually. We'll figure it out. Lots of interesting parts and a little bit of the bright light orange as well, including the bee's butt, which is focus, the egg-shaped piece with some printing on it.
Say something.
I can still hear myself with that echo. I don't know what happened there. Let's see here. Two elements, the single teeth plate and an interior plate. That's all that's used on that branch. And Fabulan says, looks like maybe some of that sand green was in fact used in the mantis because the feet are that way. Yeah, and apparently Fabulan Bakery was just spreading misinformation. Lots of sand green used inside the mantis. The only one I've actually built was that beautiful butterfly. I haven't built the other two yet. You can probably remove this one from the stream from the moment while we're talking. But that was bugs when I bring up our show rundown here. Bugs. So now, let's see, Mark's still on mute. Let's unmute him, see what happens. I'm going to try it. I'm going dangerous here. Can't unmute your guest because they choose to mute themselves, Mark. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Okay. Oh, double. I can still hear me. Maybe you can leave and come back in. See what happens. All right. So now that we've moved off of bugs, we can move over to the newly announced Viking set. And then we'll get to our other V of the day, the Venator, which is leaked in, I wouldn't say it's the least common fact. We've actually seen leaks that have come like this before. But we'll get to that in a second. So let's pull up the Viking set here. They already have reviews of it out, but I am going to go to shop at home. I had the Venator leaks, but I'm going to pull up the Viking one as well here. That's definitely doubled.
God damn it.
Yeah. Marcus Aurelius is causing a little trouble for himself today. Let's see here. Okay. So really, I just want one big old picture of the Viking village, as it's called. And of course, I'm a big fan of Vikings, pretending I have a Norse heritage coming from Minnesota as I am. So let's pull that up here. And we'll look at the original idea set, or the original ideas, the original ideas entry, which was this one here for a bit of a Viking village. It got 10,000 supporters, but it was not approved. But then I think it became a big hit. Is this the one that came out of the vote at target.com? Does anyone recall? Maybe I'll get some comments, but I thought it was something like that. But sort of here was the original ideas set idea. So it was a nice little Viking village with some lovely snow. But what we ended up getting was not terribly, yes, target vote winner, Lego Team B confirms. Not terribly different, but we can hop over to take a look at the actual set that we ended up with. That's not what I clicked on. Thank you. The actual set we ended up with over on Brick Set, I'll pull this up here, was this guy here. Oh, okay. Brick Set, love you. Way too many ads all over my page. But there it is. So my question is, so did the designer get any credit in the new set release? I think they did. I think it is tagged as an idea set. But here is, and of course, this design bears a pretty strong resemblance to the Viking Village set that was on ideas. So I don't think there's any question that they were going to get some credit for this. If they didn't, I think there should basically be a riot. So you can see here the Viking Village set. There's some, I don't know if there's yeah, exactly. Why don't you why don't you try exiting, Mark, and coming back in? You can't? I think the stream will keep going because I'm in the studio. All right. Well, there he goes. Hopefully that'll work. So, and of course, someone's saying icons or ideas, same-ish stuff. Well, this set is obviously based on that ideas submission. I don't think there's any question. So I think yes, captaining the ship now, everyone's in trouble. So I think what's probably the most interesting, or the parts that I'm going to like the most, is we have a refresh of this beautiful tile piece with the dragon head on the top and bottom. Lego did have a Vikings line before, as you may remember. It wasn't slated to come out in North America, but then the North Americans complained and they ended up releasing it in North America. So it did end up. There's an echo.
What the actual F word?
I don't know what I can do for you. Yeah, that was super strange. And it was great. I don't know why it all of a sudden stopped working, but it's like we're picking my mic up in your speakers somehow. And I saw you put on the headphones. I saw you do all the things that should fix it. So I don't know. Maybe it's me who broke it. I don't know. Everyone was excited that Marcus Aurelius is back. But what the actual FF word? Yes, that is exactly what he said. I don't think Mark likes being silenced. I agree. He does not. And of course, it is always better to have someone to talk to. Though, you get a certain amount of enjoyment to see Mark pull his hair out as well. But he just got back from his long flight. He is, very tired. So we don't want to push him over the edge today. So let's see here. What else we've got going on? So that nice tile print I really like. They had these shields that they introduced as well. The original Vikings line, they had stickers that went over just a 2x2 Mark just rage quit. Well, we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully he'll be able to come back. If not, we'll talk about some of these new set releases. I really want to get his opinion on some of these. But yeah, we've got these nice shields. The original one had these 2x2 Technic discs with an axle hole in them. Mark, no echo. Can you talk?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Fine.
Wow, that was amazing. All right, you're back. So,
where are you, by the way? You're on Brickset.
It's on Brickset. Do you have it on your
I do
system anywhere? Okay.
Because can we talk about this before I switch over? I hate Brickset.
I hate the number of ads. Yes, it is ridiculous.
And
it's crazy.
Close that picture, by the way. Close the picture. I want everyone to see how many damn ads are on this screen. I hate the fact that I want to go to Brickset because they oftentimes have the most amount of news available. But stop. Dang it. There's an ad on the bottom. There's videos on the side. There's videos over here. You got the buddy games, the go day. Stop. I don't know how much money you can possibly be making on this, but ads are good for revenue. We want you to be able to have this information, but I spend as little time on Brickset as I possibly can because I cannot stand having ads shoved in my face at the rate that they do on Brickset. Like the last place I ever want to go is Brickset. I'm obviously part of the community myself. Like I own Brickworld. So, and I never mean to trash other like community leaders, but I don't know who owns Brickset, but I don't like them. I don't like them at all because it's so Who is this
ridiculous.
Douche on the left here?
That's
Josh, Buddy Games.
That's Josh Duhamel. He was married to Fergie, don't you know?
No. I'm sorry. I like Josh Duhamel a lot. Josh Duhamel is hot. Is that really him?
It's him, yeah. I think he was the star.
I don't care.
The Buddy Games movie, which I also haven't seen.
He's hideous in this because he's getting in my way of. So do me a favor. Open up a picture.
Yeah.
In the gallery.
There we go.
All right. Now scroll around. Scroll up and down. So their ads go over the damn thing. And I'm like, all right. Yeah. Ads are hiding content. It's do you know how to close the picture?
I do.
Yeah, you got to click on it again, which isn't necessarily like intuitive.
Hey, and I would have loved to not have to go here, but I wasn't planning to bring this one up. You were, so I was like,
great content.
So you had to get there.
I would say Brickset has great content. Okay, so thank you very much. Like,
look at this guy with the sweet tiger tattoo. He looks like a Viking playing with the Viking set.
But thank you very much for bringing in some sort of Scandinavian otter and it not being me to make the sweet lifestyle shot money.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna hire an otter to play with your Lego sets for lifestyle shots, it should 100%
you're available.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on.
This picture I'm less thrilled with. Like what are these seashells on the counter here?
I'm sorry. give me a moment. This may really mess with our audio settings.
We can hope not.
But we need to get off of
off Brickset, yeah.
Off Brickset, yeah.
Never. There we go.
There's my counterpart. There's my twin. What is this? Wool? He's wearing like a wool polo.
That's a different shot than the one I had because the whole shebang is together. And he's got you can see the bottom of his sweet tiger tattoo. Okay, so I know right now what you're going to be most excited about in this set is the prints, right? The rest of it is mostly just brown stuff, right?
But I would say like it does have an amazing picture for the front of the box. Good marketing, right? We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Like if you're going to do this, do it like this, right? These are the adults welcome sort of branding that they've done. What I'm really excited about, Ben, actually, is the bridge.
Oh. Okay.
And
it?
this piece in white.
Oh.
I'm excited about a lot, by the way.
Is there a zoom? Is there a close up of the bridge anywhere?
Yes.
Okay.
Boy. Well, kind of.
No, not really. Sort of.
Zip.
So in the original, ideas set, it was just one of those pre-molded like adventure style bridges.
Yes.
So this is a much better take. What I think that part is though, is
it's
the same one that we're
the
going to see in the Falcon.
arm.
Is it?
No,
not the droid arm.
Oh,
the actual string that's going from end to end.
Oh, yeah. It's like the old, like not the stunts sets, but what was the original? Like it was like the Extreme X, like the Crossroad bike thing that they used to do.
Well, so they had the nylon string. They had the nylon string that had like the bar attachment parts on it, right? However,
that's what that is, isn't it?
When we get to the Millennium Falcon set, I have a question for you.
Right.
So anyway, that's just a preview. Oh, go back to that shot.
You think it's
right there? Yeah, but see, look, that is not the nylon rope thing. That is like it's like all flexible plastic.
Yeah.
Then go back one set of shots there to right there. Right.
Yep.
Look, our fern piece in white down there.
Yes, I was going to bring that up too. Yes. Right
very
here.
Pretty.
Yes, very. This is dark green, right?
The one under it looks like it's dark green. Yep.
Yeah.
And the one on top of it is white.
White. It is. There's lots of things to love in this set, by the way, and I do like this. It's a better carving piece than the previous one from the Viking sets because it's more intricate, basically. The rope piece with the connector piece came out in white and some friend sets. Oh,
I don't know if it's the same one or not, but it could be.
Let me play around. Let's see. Let's give you a shot to talk about. Well, there's my counterpart.
There's the otter.
Or here, I'm going to look for that piece. Why don't you talk about this crap?
well, I think that's maybe a little on the nose as to what I might think about it. I do love the ugly Christmas sweaters with the Millennium Falcon and the Rebel logo on it. That part I love. I do love the that rope piece that we're talking about is sort of a part we haven't seen before. But the rest of the set for $30, what are you doing to me, right? This is this thing you buy for the minifigs and that's it. I don't know what else you would do with this thing. Anybody got an opinion on this that we're missing something great and wonderful about the Millennium Falcon?
That's what they had diorama? In all of the Italy Lego stores was the gift with purchase, the grip hook vault.
Yes. Yep.
Set.
The Green
you know what I'm talking about?
Bank Harry Potter thing.
Yeah. Yes, it doesn't seem to be available on Shop at Home. Am I missing something? Is there like a certain amount you're supposed to spend, or like
it has to be on Harry Potter sets.
It has on Harry Potter sets. Dang it. Okay.
Though they did release
I'm looking for this friend set.
Hogwarts,
that's probably the one that they
the Hogwarts grounds or whatever. So
Hogwarts grounds.
Yeah, it was it's like a micro scale Hogwarts castle.
Yes. It's like a mini scale.
Even more mini scale.
Millennium Falcon.
Kind of, yeah.
Right?
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some okay parts in it, though.
Can someone tell me what friend set that was available in? Because I want to actually find the part.
Maybe you can lay this inside the largest Falcon is a suggestion. From both the Fabuland Bakery and I think YOLO suggests it's possible as well.
40658. Let's see if we have an inventory yet on Brick Lane.
Joe Ellen's also feeling a bit tainted. She says, "No,
Ooh.
We're right. You're paying $30 for the Star Wars name and the sweaters." So
Right.
doesn't
I
this
was really,
feel a lot like this should have been a gift with purchase
when
type
I saw this, I
setup?
thought it was like, but I also thought it was like the original like Star Wars holiday special set. I was like, whoa, they're going there.
Yeah.
they're
Except it's new.
they're
Yeah,
not.
because it's got Finn and Rey in it or whatever, and BB-8.
Let's see. Oh, damn it. What's the set number for that Viking village?
Well, why'd you do this to me? I had it up.
Sorry, I have it up.
Something.
21343. Check the comments. See if somebody can tell us 21343.
No,
What
taco
set
truck
that was
maybe.
Well,
Monica suggests. She didn't give us
really?
a,
Okay.
a number, but a possibility.
Okay, no. Sets. All right, so let's move on from this because there's not too much to say about it. I do like the fact that they have like the bunks here with the like the ovuloid
Ovoid.
Yeah, at a separate, like at a different angle than you would normally see it with the using the 2x3. But I really wanted this to be like B. Arthur singing to a Wookiee on another thing I like is the entrance, like this little door here that has like the tan padding.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's nice, right?
But you can see the backside of the headlight bricks there are just kind of out in the open. This felt like,
yeah, it's not perfect.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, kind of like.
So one thing we kind of missed, right, was that this segment is called Ooh. So the question is, does this one get a Ooh or maybe a
Oh,
Boo?
No.
What do you
No,
think?
the Harley Community Kitchen has the string.
It's an actual string. It's
Sorry,
not the
I did not
plasticized
mean to
one.
get mad about that.
Yeah.
It's is it? No, it is plastic. Sorry, my fault. I did not mean to get annoyed. But I did.
You did.
I got really annoyed.
Well, I want to.
I was like,
Well,
no!
Mark's finding that.
That was the first one I checked for.
Well, Mark's finding that. Yes, Monica
Found
did give
it.
us Community Kitchen. Ooh or boo to Millennium Falcon. I think everyone's sort of thinking maybe it's a boo. And YOLO X gives it a boo just because it has a porg. I don't know.
You guys, I like the porgs. I really like the porgs. If anything needs like a disadvantage, it's those weird frog people that like kept up the island. But I will say that the deleted scene from The Last Jedi that has the frog people
when they're rushing back and like they trash the whole place and all that stuff.
They're having the their little festival, and she breaks down the wall because she thinks they're being invaded by pirates, and that was Luke Skywalker's third lesson, where he says, "I have 3 lessons to teach you," but he only teaches her 2.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of redeems them. So it's this piece here.
Let's get a look. There it is.
Flexible 21 length with 2 connector ends, and it's available in
11 sets.
11 sets.
2 in black as well. So Ninjago set, it looks like.
Hideous
the dream
thing.
set. In bright light green.
Mm-hmm.
Or bright green.
And Mr. Oz's space
there
bus.
It is. Okay.
Yep, there it is. All right, so it's making its way into, yeah, I like that. All right, good to know. So let's move on to
the overall. I think the consensus is it got a boo. The Millennium Falcon Holiday Edition.
Oh, this set?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people are going to be buying that.
Well, what do we think of the?
It should be a gift with purchase.
100%. What do we think of the Viking Village at $130 Target exclusive? It's got some nice prints. How many parts are in this bad boy? 2,100 pieces for $130. Some nice prints. Some nice Vikings. It's a muted color palette, but I like muted. Do we think that same piece is what's used on that bridge now that we've seen it? I'm kind of guessing yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think you're right. With droid arms, yes.
With the droid
but
arms, yep.
I will say I don't know how well this will do with like non-adult collectors because like I think their marketing campaign was genius and that even Vikings get homesick where like the Viking on the boat is like kissing the blonde-haired minifig like he misses that person.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys see this on Instagram? Maybe we should look it up. But it's like I think without a ship it's not going to sell as well. And I do think that's what they do with a lot of like that was the entire point of Nexonites is like things had to be tanks and vehicles for them to sell and be castle. It seemed to me anyway. And that's complete conjecture. I don't have any like research that's what they thought.
Well, do you think they'll try to stave off retiring the Ideas Viking ship then? Not the Ideas, the creator Viking ship.
It would pair well, but since they don't cross over, I haven't seen any big like cross promotions with those two sets.
Yeah.
But they'd go well together. I love the minifigs in this. Let's see if we have a shot of just the minifigs here.
And YOLO X gives
the these
Vikings
are great.
Ooh.
Yes, Viking. Ooh. I do love this. I mean, and just look at this. Like that's a great technique right there with the 1x1 column. With an inset panel. I'm sorry, inset snot tiles.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great set. Like I love it for technique. I love it for what do you call it? Subject matter, right? There we go. Look at these.
Yeah, I'm 100% buying this set probably
minifigures.
more than once. I can guarantee it. Joellen points out that she thinks that they're not droid arms. They're probably skeleton or maybe robot arms. They're totally different. They are more bendy. They're more.
Oh yeah. But they're the right angle ones. They're
the
like
right
this.
angle ones. Yeah.
They're like not the.
Monica says that it's
Hella
nice, but it's not for
yeah.
her, unless of course someone wants to give it to her for free.
Well, right. The same could be said for anything. You brought one up for a second.
Yeah. AFOLs are gonna mod the Vikings.
Yeah. Agreed. What's a GWP?
Gift purchase.
This?
YOLO.
Maybe that was about this. YOLO, clarify for us, because I hope you mean the Millennium Falcon set.
I think YOLO likes to meme us and we don't know any of the memes. Because I guess the Porg reference was also a meme. I don't know.
Your audio's cutting out, at least for me.
Yeah.
And God knows I'm the one causing the problems tonight.
But who knows?
That thing you get with the GOP, but you have everything already. Let's move on to this.
Well, I think consensus-wise, right? We are giving the Vikings an ooh, not a boo.
An ooh? I think so too.
For sure. Wish.
Well, because we're mostly AFOLs,
yes.
Right?
Well, who else should we cater to? We skipped the Venator. We can't skip the Venator.
Well, here, sorry. I could only find it on
You're on Brickset. So I could too, but guess
ads
what?
On it.
But guess what? I did you a solid.
You have it better?
And I just took the pictures.
Thank you. Oh, where did you? Oh, this was the Malaysia thing.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Malaysia.
So this is not the first.
Not bad.
This is not the first time that this has happened. That a set that's not even released yet has been put out on shelves, store shelves, at a Lego store. This has happened a few times. But here it is.
Yeah, but in the last 5 years, they've really tamped down on that pretty well, I think.
Yeah. But here we have a look at it, and we got a few other images. There it is from the back.
Yeah, nice. I like that they're doing the pattern with tiles instead of a printed. That's beautiful.
Yep, and they've got sort of...
What's that base made of? Oh, it's a reflection. Sorry.
It's just a reflection, yeah. And over here,
I was
you
like,
can
the
see
base is kind of like a mirrored version. Oh, it's a mirror. It's literally a mirror.
particular part that I'm circling here.
Yeah.
This is a staple that they've been doing on UCS X-Wings. Now it's kind of come over and become a cool little engine cowling on this bad boy as well. And then they're using a number of wheel pieces to create the engines on the back for this one here.
It's a Fabuland Bakery says it was at the Kuala Lumpur airport, which is a beautiful airport, by the way. I've been there. Just to be pretentious. Joel and Child says she likes the Vikings. Probably Halloweenify it. Let's see. So it's from Malaysia. Lego is marketing hard to that side of the world. It all makes sense now. No, I don't think this is marketing just in Malaysia. I think somebody accidentally put it out when they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I know from living there over 15 years ago, I lived there. They gouged the prices there like insanely, or at least their retailers did, where it wasn't really accessible, and people would more likely buy off-brand stuff or like Blockleverse stuff.
Yeah.
What's this one?
It smells like a deliberate leak.
Smells like a deliberate leak.
Giving us the old
that happens. Look at this though.
thing here.
Can you see where I'm pointing when I do this?
No.
No, I'm on the live stream. So look at the tan the tan yes that the tan and dark red circle. Is that all tiles?
No, that's probably
that's all tiles.
No, I think it's a sticker. Yeah, I do.
Because they can make that out of tiles now, can't they?
Ooh, maybe. You might be right. If they did, I will be excited if that is a couple of.
I may be right. I may be crazy.
I think
but it just may be.
I think you're crazy. Because
it just may. Let me finish.
Okay.
It just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Sorry, I needed to get all the Billy Joel lyrics out.
I might be crazy. I think it's a sticker because you can see on this side and this side, we've got a
it's all
tile with a plate underneath it.
Yeah.
And this is,
Oh,
Fabuland Bakery says that's the symbol of the fleet. Yeah, that's like the open fleet or open circle or whatever the heck it was called, for the Anakin's fleet when they were Clone War people or whatever. But yeah, it's a cool symbol.
Way to go, Fabuland Bakery. Good call.
So
yep, I really like this though. I think it's a great parts pack.
Well, it's a good number of parts too. We saw the part count on there was 5,300. The question, of course, will be though, what's the price?
I was, for a hot second, I was like, no, it says it has 7,536. Wait a minute, 75,000.
75,000.
All right, move over, dummy.
7 pieces. That's Blockleverse territory right there.
and like there's a smaller version that's only 7,000 pieces and they're only $2 off.
So who knows?
Oh,
but hey,
I love this live stream. I really do.
All right, guys, $1 million is the suggested retail price of this bad boy. I guess we'll find out. So I'm assuming that Mark and I are giving this one an ooh.
I'm giving it an ooh. I do like it.
But what about our friends in the Tainted? What do we think? We don't know the price, so it might be an optimistic or a cautious ooh.
Can we poll? Are we cool enough yet? Let me check.
I don't know. How do you do that? I'm sure there's a way, but
nope, we can't yet.
Okay. What do you need to poll?
I don't know.
Okay.
Fabuland Bakery gives it an ooh.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
One vote. Last week I talked about a second ship because Lego Team B voted for it, and Lego Team B was the only voter. So, Yeah. It's democracy at work. Majority rules. If you vote and you're the only one, I guess you win. Sorry.
So we'll wait for more to come in. Let's go ahead and switch off. I'm just going to freaking close. Every brick set window I have opened. But
Over
let's
to the
talk
wish
this.
sets.
Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Like, I do like Joel, and it's fine. It's not mine either. You can give an ooh or a boo for I'm sorry, we have a million oohs from
Million
yellow,
oohs.
so
Yep.
I guess oohs win. Yolo got your back there, Fabulous Bakery. I like this set, by the way. On first glance, it's very basic, as are all of the Wish sets, the Disney Wish. Like, and this is their 50th anniversary movie, so I thought there would be a little bit more investment in like the 50th anniversary movie sets. It's not a bad set. It's a good parts pack. It's probably at a good price point. What is it at? It's at $20. Yeah, good. If you look at this, it's another facade. So it's like, is there an open air market behind this? Like, obviously, if it rains, your gelato here is getting wet, right? But we got some stickers here. We got just the white staircase instead of anything like more complicated. Pretty tree. But I do like the overall aesthetic of it because it's like a nice little sort of like open air market looking
tiles
thing.
are kind of cool. The tiles.
This is great.
Yeah, that tile.
I like the door. Yep. I hate everything about this roof. I mean, I like the colors.
It's a little boring.
But like they kind of gave up. They're like, we're doing new roofs, we're doing new roof techniques, and we're making things like yes. It's like, so Joellen says it's like they've been leaning towards facade buildings lately. They kind of go back and forth from that, right? Remember the Lord of the Rings sets where it was like, it's the Mines of Moria, but it was like a movie set. It wasn't like, it was like, here's everything that happened within the Mines of Moria without the actual walls.
Yeah, they weren't linked together very well.
Yeah. No. It was like 4 different set pieces where you can like do all the actions that happened in the movie, but there wasn't like a mine that like took it all together. Rock Raider Colors plants small thing. Small. SMOL. Rock Raider Colors. What am I missing?
I don't know what a small thing is, but I want to ask, what is more adorable, the tiny star or the little lamp?
Oh,
what's more adorable?
The tiny star is pretty cute.
But look at that lamb with its little
is that
coat on or whatever it is. I think it's a lamb from what I recall from the. Yes, I think it's a lamb.
Lambs are brown?
I think it's a lamb or a tiny goat. I don't know. I think it's a lamb. Just telling you what I think. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's adorable. I know it's not a dog. I'm pretty sure it's like a lamb.
I feel confused by this. All right, so that's fine. I would get this because I'm sure I would use every piece
it
in
looks
this.
okay. Looking at the thing, it's like it's a little goat. It's an adorable goat.
It's a kid. It's a kid.
It's a kid. Yes, it's a kid in this adorable like pajamas going on. It's totally what
wearing
it
a
is.
sweatshirt.
Yeah,
okay.
You know what? I don't know what to tell you here.
Great hair mold. Oh, there it is. It what? It does look exactly like that, actually.
Mm-hmm. It's like a little goat with the yellow PJs on. I don't know.
Wearing a jumpsuit, right?
It's cute.
Let's see.
I don't know.
We've already seen that. It's just on the box.
Yeah. It's a goat. Everyone's confirming. It's a goat, you dummy. It's a goat.
You can have freckles and play with this set. I like the patterns on this. I hope they're not stickers. Mm-hmm. I do like those pattern tiles. Okay, so this is maybe the most boring one from this. Hey, they stole my technique. Look at that.
Those jerks.
They're always doing that. So here's the cottage. I love the look of this from the outside. It's not the greatest of all time, though, is it, Fabulous Bakery? It's just a goat.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Is that print under the window supposed to look like a giraffe?
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure it's supposed to be stone or whatever, but it
So-
literally looks like a giraffe.
Precisely. And so I thought the same thing. I'd like them to do more of this, especially after being in Italy for 2 weeks and seeing so much exposed stone. That is definitely more of a giraffe pattern. And no one really builds stone on a window quite that way. Maybe it's directly from one of the drawings from the movie. What I don't like about this, I do like, by the way, the well. For as small as this is like a mini type playset. I like the brown corn stalk piece being used here this way, and I'm gonna get me some of those because I think this will really enhance kind of like the Fabuland style building that I do.
Mhm.
When he gets his voice, it's a deep man voice, so I don't know if it's a kid. Have you seen the movie Monica Berry? Is it out?
It's probably just the previews.
Oh, okay.
It is set to come out November 22nd.
So I like this one. It says October 1st right here.
I'm talking about the movie.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Is this a sticker or is this decorated? Because I was like, cool shutters. And
this
I
is
was like,
sticker.
that's like a 1x2 tile, isn't it?
I think that's a 2x3 tile.
Ooh, okay. Because this is probably a
Yeah.
2x4.
I think.
Yeah, good call.
It's stickered.
I like the fact that we're gonna get some lavender windows. I like these. This, though, window. What annoys me about this, I like the guitar, by the way.
The lute. It's a lute.
Okay.
And Joellen says she also loves the lute. I don't know, is that lute any different than the ones we've already seen in Lego or not? But hey,
Yes,
more lutes, the more lutes, the more better.
It is different. It's like a mandolin.
Okay.
So they put a sticker on the inside and the outside, so it's like a window you can like see through. I hate
it. Why don't you pull your punches a little bit?
Hate. There, I just used one word instead of 3.
Yolo wants to see the box view. Apparently we skipped over it, or there must be something interesting in the box view.
Okay. Here we are.
You can see the lute better.
We can see the giraffe.
Yeah, that window also upsets me. I'm sure.
Thank you.
Like important to the story or the look of the cottage or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. Monica says she's just seen the teaser trailer, so yeah.
Yeah, we brought it up and hit it ourselves. All right, you do it. I'm not touching anything.
Last time you touched stuff, we broke all kinds of stuff.
I know, right? That's why I still have my Princess Leia buns on.
If it's +4, it's not a sticker. This is not +4. 509 pieces. This is a.
These look like
Lego
stickers.
Set. They're
like
stickers.
This. I'm sorry. This really looks like a sticker to me here.
Well, it's not +4. If it was +4, I would only have 108 pieces. So. Yeah,
there's stickers all over this. Again, you already pointed out to me that I was misinterpreting what was said, but I'm going to keep going on my original assumption.
Yep.
If that's okay with everyone else. Yep, stickers.
All
right, so did we start with this one?
We,
or did
we
I
have
skip
not
it?
done that one yet, no.
Okay. This, I don't mind. I was kind of excited about it by the shape of it, but like, look. What's this?
That is a
plate
ball
with the trailer hitch.
So the top thing must be
yes. So this is
or fabric.
Yes. Which
plastic.
I think
of course
it's plastic.
It's plastic.
I think you're right.
They're all plastic, but yeah, like the thin plastic, like.
But not like fabric. Yeah.
You know.
So
You know what I meant.
White YOLO. Jeez, man. WHOA. WHOA. What you're spelling is WOA. Like the word Noah.
WOA. It could be WOA.
No. Because you have WH like the word
WOA.
what. And O.
It's like vocal fry.
A like
a Kardashian is saying.
O in O.
WOA.
No, it's actually consistent. A WOA like that. Yeah. maybe that's what YOLO means. Yeah, sorry. I really got on my high horse that time. So there's lots of good stuff. So I mean, these seem like a lot more like play sets. Like they're saying like it's Disney's 50th anniversary movie, and like maybe people who aren't too into construction toys are going to be into buying these sets. So we don't want to like make it too complicated and make it more accessory based and more character based, which is fine, I guess. But yes, Fabulous Bakery got it.
Whoa.
What Joy Lawrence was the one who did that though, wasn't he? Whoa.
I think Keanu
Stop.
done that too.
Grammar time.
I love the little emoji guys too.
But that was what they tried to do with Jack Stone, was they were trying to make toys for kids that didn't necessarily appreciate construction toys. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did, YOLO. I like all the characters they're making with this movie. I'm actually excited to see this movie. I hope it's very good. Great prints. Anyway, I was just in general, I was excited about all three of these because they seem like
again. They had that tile piece again. Go back to the fireplace shot with that guy there.
Yeah,
there. That's like the fourth or fifth time we've seen that. So I don't know if that's important to the story or they just really like that shape.
It's also a sacred geometry breakdown. Okay. So I imagine it has a lot to do with the story. Here it is. And do we have it here? Yep, 3 times. Bam, bam, bam. And there again in a different color.
That's like on a flag, it looks like.
But I feel like there's as much as I'm disappointed that they discontinued the elves line, I feel like there have been several lines that they're using as kind of like a launch pad for like new molds and new bright colors and new sort of like fantastical sort of bright colorful places. If we were made out of time tonight, which I think I have to get off in like 15 minutes so we can have dinner and go to bed early and take the dogs out as well, since we have 2 of them here this week. I think we're like, as much as I would like to see it be elves, like I'm moving myself into a new colorful way, and like being in Italy for 2 weeks, I think I really like, I've been trying to pull myself out of my gray and neutral phase. And I think if I had a ton of inspiration. And so if I were made out of time this week, I would be showing you a lot of pictures from Italy. And that's why the last thing on our list for run of show is like go over the text that I sent you this week.
Yeah.
Which we may run out of time for.
Yeah. I mean, that was going to be part of your I came, I saw, I conquered, but we had to pull that one out. So it didn't quite make it.
We did it. We did it.
So
I went over the Lego stores that I went to in Italy.
But you sent me a lot more text than you did in those pictures.
Perhaps.
Oh, you did specifically say you wanted to talk about the seal in this set.
There's a baby snow steel.
Yeah.
That you cannot hit with a club. Don't do it. But these are great molds. I'm super excited about my brethren of the sea. And we also have
otters as well. Killer whale.
I know.
Killer whale.
Yes. That's what I want to talk about in this one. That's a great mold. The orca. The shamu. Do we have another close up of it specifically? There. Look how happy they are to kill things.
Look at those teeth.
I just want to see who's playing with the set.
Where's the lifestyle shot? There it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, in a tub of water too. Like, remember when they used to go with the boat really does float.
That's actually really cute, but can I ask you what's coming out of her left hand?
Orca's peeing, Mark.
and she's peeing purple. But they are having a great time, and I actually really do like that shot. I think it's cute.
There we go.
It does look a little Photoshopped to me, but not as Photoshopped as Blockover stuff.
That
Let's see. Arctic Explorer has the polar bears,
boat floats.
baby polar bears,
Baby
new
polar
polar
bears.
bear mold. Love that very much. I love this new hat mold, by the way. Okay, why is this douche wearing white fur? Where'd you get that, jerk?
I know where I know where he got it. I just don't want to tell you.
Monica
A
Berry
couple
says,
pictures ago.
is that what we make synonym rolls like grammar used to make? Oh my god,
Synonym rolls.
we
Synonym.
love. I said synonym.
Yeah, synonym. Just making sure everybody got it. Synonym.
Boat floats. Does it? Oh yeah,
Floosh-
yeah. It's a full hull.
Floosh ability. It's not swoosh ability when you're talking about a boat. It's a floosh.
But do they have the? Do they have that old that old piece that was like the counterweight?
Yeah, I don't know. That looks like two boat hulls joined together in
Hey,
the middle,
hi, baby.
which is what it is, in fact.
Look at this hairpiece.
Yeah, punk
I
rocker.
love that. Again, this douche is wearing like polar bear fur. We saw the polar bears. Let's look at the hammerhead shark.
Ah, yes.
Giant sea turtle, manta ray. What's this, by the way? Anyway, this hammerhead actually it's not a good shot of it.
Those turtles are cute too. There's a
yeah, the turtles are awesome. Giant sea turtle, baby sea turtle. So you can play. Here's a good shot of the hammerhead. Look at that.
Yep.
That's really nice. What? All right, what's over here? I want to see what this is. Sorry. I should have. Oh, it's just like a blob. Oh, it's like a sea anemone. Oh my god, what is this? Fairland Bakery says no flooshability, not doucheability. What? Well, wait, did I miss something? Because you should never douche with Lego.
This was their first one. And I said, flooshability. It's like swooshability, but in water. Apparently, no, because this is all I hear back. I don't know.
Maybe I called one of the lifestyle shots people a douche because I do use that word from time to time. So maybe something. So what I will say is that this blob I think is the Oxford comma was missing. I guess it was. So I think that's like kind of an anemone. Anemone. Just making sure I'm saying that for all the grammar Nazis that are in the tainted tonight. Make sure it doesn't sound like something else. Anemone. And so I appreciate that they're making more of a coral reef. Oh, and they've got like some seagrass here or like a feather duster. To go in with like the actual coral pieces, they're making an anemone. That's cute. That's a good try. Nice attempt.
It's faux fur. I think Joellen wants to point out. It's got to be faux fur. These environmentalists saving the animals can't then be going ahead and clubbing the baby seals and making themselves a fur coat.
Okay, so this has been talked about in every live stream for like the last 5-6 weeks. So I'm sure this has been beat to death, but we've never talked about it. And I would like to say a couple things about this. But before I do that, Ben.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel about this?
I think there's some things that I appreciate. One, that it has the underground scene. I like the roller coaster tracks and that color.
Same.
I also like that the topside building has got some irregular shaping to it, right? Kind of twists in and out.
I'm with you so far.
I don't think I would buy it. I don't know where I would put it. I don't know how I would display it with my other Harry Potter parts. I know you can take the Gringotts off the bottom. Quite honestly, I like the bottom more. So, I mean, I don't know. That's all I got.
No, so that's all I have as well. What I will say, no.
Oh, the dogs are excited. Hopefully,
hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. It's faux fur, though it's probably made of ABS. Oh, another jokester today. And Apparently, Joellen may have. She already gave us the faux fur, so yes, she beat you to it. She did not throw in the funny side note that it's probably made of ABS, though. It's faux ABS. That would be interesting. They do have some Lego parts that are kind of faux ABS now, like the plant pieces. Mark's got his volume up loud enough in his headset that I can hear myself hissing a little bit. My Midwestern S, but it's not too bad, so we can keep going. So I don't know what else Mark is thinking about this one. I did not go out and purchase this. I mean, it's got a lot of character, but it's just not something I think I would get because I don't think I would display it. Doesn't mean that it's not beautiful and interesting. I think it is just kind of hard to do the underground parts of a set outside of maybe the Bat Cave, which is all underground. When Legos tried to do this, I've always kind of felt strange about it. And they've done it a couple times where they've really focused on sort of an above ground, underground thing. I'm not quite sure they've done it the way that has really captured it for me. The Fabuland Bakery says, I avoid most Wizarding World on principle alone. Well, okay. I mean, you can not like licenses. You can not like the license tax. You can not like the way they've changed the books. Maybe you hate the books in general. I don't know. I don't really have an issue with the Harry Potter world. And I like both the top and the bottom of this model, I would say. I'm not sure I like them together. You know, I kind of have a feeling if they were two separate sets, though, nobody would buy the bottom half, which is why they didn't do it that way. But you know, that's maybe kind of the thought that I would have is, you know, if they had just the bottom half of this set, I might buy 3 of them.
Agreed. Okay, so that's my big thing is I think they should have split this into 2 to like make it you can buy one or the other because the top the Gringotts is so lackluster. Like if you look at just the top, if you like cut this off and like put your hand in the middle of the screen,
it's very white.
It's very stripy and it's very unexciting and it doesn't represent like all the representations that we see of Gringotts Bank. And if you look at whatever this thing is off to the left, it's one of the most basic Harry Potter buildings we've gotten since the first wave. And so it's just not a powerful piece, I'll say. And the bottom could have been so much better, especially considering the gift with purchase was also enhancing, but also maybe just replacing one piece of it. Like, I think they could have done so much better.
Yeah.
Especially since it seems like, is that curved slope roller coaster piece a new mold?
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't either.
I don't know if it's just
they could have done
lower
so
pitch.
Much.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
They could have done so much with that bottom piece and just making it like a fun ride, like roller coaster sort of piece.
Yeah.
So the dogs were upset that Matt left. So they were just like suddenly like both whining, which never happens. So I was just like, did one of them get like their tail stuck in something? Is one of them get a plastic bag around their head? Sorry, I told myself a lot of stories. I was really worried.
They're just lonely. They just love you, Mark. Now he's going under to pet him. They're probably all rubbing up against him, knocking all this stuff over.
They knocked a bunch of stuff over, so I was just picking it up.
But as I had mentioned, the part that you missed, Mark, is it's not the first time Legos tried to do like an above ground, underground thing.
What's the last time?
Well, so they had a Bat Cave.
Yeah, the 1960s one, right?
Yeah, and then they also did,
which wasn't bad.
Yeah, they also did a Star Wars set that was in 2 parts. They did the Rancor pit that you could put under the Jabba's throne room. And I don't know how those have done in terms of, you know, the above ground, below ground type thing. I mean, this thing has impact probably because of the fact that it's, you know, this weird, oddly shaped, cool base thing, and then kind of the the more boring in air quotes building on the top.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a lot of impact in the picture, but
Well,
like I said, I don't know what I would do with it.
and it's not like this isn't terrible where they have the interior of the bank where they've got some great detail in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you look at the bottom portion from this angle, where they've got this like beautiful cave arch here, they have like a waterfall going. Then they have all the plate tubes. Stranger Things is a great example. Monica Berry, yes, where they did upside down and right side up.
Right. That one's a little different, I think, than underground though. But yeah, I mean, it
Yeah, but
was cool.
they could have done such a better water feature if they focused on just making the underground and making it a game or making it something fun that there was like some sort of roller coaster that was just Gringotts underground, right? This isn't exciting. What is this? Their break room?
The room of nothingness. I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
And like it'd be fun to see more of a fun water feature and making it more part of the game. I really like part of the game, like more parts of what they showed in the movie and like how exciting, like and treacherous the ride is down to these vaults. I like the shape that they achieved with all these new curves that we have and the way they did it without a secondary curve here, because even though they make the curve that would go in here, it shows you how to just like make brick to have like a 2x2 and then whatever's here and then the 4x4. I'd like to see some arches around here. The 5x4 arches or whatever they are. Thought I had some around here. Yeah, I think they should have separated this into two. Obviously, I've said that 1,000 times already. But like this isn't a fun set, the Gringotts Bank, unless you're making it part of like the scale of like all the other alley sets, Diagon or Nocturne or otherwise that they've made. I'm looking for a shot
They made it separate, so I'm kind of assuming it can fit in the Diagon Alley, but I don't know.
They're not even highlighting it. Yeah. The worst part of this, where they're not even highlighting the dragon, I don't think it fits in well with the architecture of these others because it's
but it's in there.
It is in the same scale. This dragon can be so much more.
He's cute.
He's kind of cute. I think he's the problem.
He's fine for this set. I don't think he would do that dragon as a standalone set. I think he fits fine in this set.
And that's the thing is I don't think it fits to the scale of all the other Diagon Alley stuff that they've done.
I already put that one up.
I know. These two dogs love to just like run around under everything that happens in here. They don't eat Lego, that's very good, but they do love to like come bring me their toys and then like find places to sleep and then just like stare at me and wag their tails and knock stuff over.
Yeah.
Do I have this ready? Hold on. So before Matt gets back, let's do maybe it died. Hold on. Wrong thing.
And tap dance. So Mark's just going out there. So if I was going to give just this set an ooh or a boo, it would be maybe more like this. Boo earns? You're saying boo or boo earns? It's kind of in between. I like one half of it, not so much the other. I mean, I wouldn't buy it because I have to get both parts, and I don't need a bunch of white tiles for my mock building. But, I wouldn't, for the purpose of the set, blame anyone for doing it. It sounds like not everybody is a supporter of the Wizarding World on principle in general. Right. And if that's your own issue with the author or where the money's going, by all means, vote with your wallet. It's your right to do it. In terms of just the ABS stuff, I like the bottom, not the top. I give it a boo earns. We never really voted on the wish sets for a boo or an ooh. I'm not sure I'll buy any of them except the smallest one. because I think the goat and the star are cute. I'm sure my daughter will love those, so that's like a big plus for me. But the other ones, I can probably go without, I think. But hey, that's just me. I'm not using a lot of purple roofs. Might work better for Mark and his Fabuland Village and his re-entry into color to get some of those sets.
Definitely.
But probably not for me. So.
All right.
I want the kid goat. Even if he does have a manly voice, I want him anyway.
Same.
Do you have this problem? Did any of your dogs eat Lego if you're not careful? That's good.
Neither one.
That's good.
And only one is my dog, but they're sibling bonded, so I have the other one here like 90% of my life. So let's go over my pick-a-brick finds from Vinavidivice.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you found. I've noticed lately the Mall of America, which is my only pick-a-brick in the entire region, has been doing a lot better in terms of getting a variety of pieces. For the longest time, they would have 2 bins that had the exact same 2x4 bricks in the exact same color. Now there's no 2x4 bricks, and they actually have interesting stuff. So they're back on the right track in Minnesota.
Yeah.
But let's see what they're doing over in Europa. Let's take a look.
Well, yeah, highlight my table if you can, please.
Gotcha.
I'm going to do my best to... So I found in Rome... I'm going to do Rome first because I'm going to save the best for last and do my Florence finds. I found this. So I think this 1x2 curved green tile is relatively common in pick-a-brick. Am I wrong?
I've gotten a whole ridiculous number of those in light bluish gray, so I think they're relatively common.
So this was the big find for me, was the dark green leaf piece.
Dark green.
Yeah. Because it was like it's a newer piece. I think I might have bought some for event support for Brickworld, but there was a nice opportunity to get some more. So I was just like, let's just do it because I'm here. We're gonna take pictures. Matt was really in the vibe of like buying something. So I was like, if I'm gonna buy something, and so he found for me, which I love,
because they didn't have any Fabuland from the 1980s. No 1980s Fabuland. So what did we find?
He understands that like when you're doing these pick-a-brick cups, that you need to find something small to put in the bottom. So he came up to me and said, he came up to me and said, "Is this piece rare?" And there was a bunch of like transparent blue lightsabers. Yeah. So I was like, that's a great piece because I like that grotto I made for the orchard. I was like, yeah, let's make it. Let's have some light blue ones too, since all the ones I have are trans clear. Let's make some more grotto pieces. So we got a bunch of these to put in the bottom of the cup. And one of my favorite parts was like, I got relatively conversational in Italian with a 12-day streak. And there was a father and son there that were Italian. And he asked me like, where do you find the cups? And I was like, oddly enough, I had enough vocabulary to understand what he asked me. So I showed him where, and then I showed him mostly with pantomime. And I was like, how did I say it? I use mostly English. I was like, pieces un po, because I knew that like po meant small. And I showed him how to like drop
small pieces in the bottom.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Line that ring with the small
And I was
pieces.
like, and I showed him how to shake it down. And he was like, thank you so much. And I was like, oh, you do know some English. Why were you talking to me in Italian in the first place?
Only because you're in Italy, dummy.
We got a bunch of these.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, no, like most people approach in English because there's so many tourists.
Yep.
So I was like, why did you bury me with Italian and make me panic.
Because he knew he wanted you to keep your duo streak up.
Exactly. We must be friends on Duolingo. So let's go over the Florence pieces. So I got a bunch of the light aqua 1x1 tiles, a bunch of 1x2 trans blue bricks. Now let me dump these out so I can get to the other ones. Sorry. Most of my cup is filled with this piece because I've searched it so many times on Bricklink lately trying to build my Fabuland houses. Is this piece in lavender?
Hold on. Ooh.
Yeah?
The 1x4 brick in lavender. I like it.
So I got a ton of these. I have searched that piece so many times in trying to make my Fabuland houses and diversify. Now this is one I couldn't understand why it was there. Oh, sorry. I've got two. Here's one I could not understand why it was there.
1x4 tile in trans dark blue or trans blue.
And hold on.
Yep.
I grabbed every last one of these because there weren't many.
Oh, is that sand blue?
Yes.
Yeah, the sand blue 2x4 bottom snot piece, I guess I'll call it.
Yeah, why? 2x2 plate with side studs.
Right. The important part about that is it's the bottom two. When your Lego geometry is 5 plates tall, you put a snot brick on top of that, you'll get a perfect 5 stud tall snot out piece using that one.
Probably one of the pieces I use the most.
Yes. It's a good piece. They have that in 2x6 with a different connector on it.
And so to fit everything in that I found, I filled the bottom with this. They had 2 drawers of these.
What is it? Oh.
My thumb is weird. Look at that thumb.
Yeah, mine's weird too. I've got like a ganglion cyst cooking on my thumb right now. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all right.
But it's that. It's the 1x1 bracket.
Yeah, I found that piece in the pick and brick wall too.
Bottom bracket in medium nougat.
Medium nougat.
Yeah, what's up with that? That's not
switch
common,
over to
is
my
it?
thing here. Well, check this out.
Please
I think
do.
I found them in there too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I collected a bunch of those.
You found Florence pieces in Minnesota?
How about that? Here's my lately. Yeah, here's my pick a brick haul. Now you can see that I moved my drawer away. Can you tell I'm maybe picking up pieces for a certain project? They seem to be predominantly one color.
Orange.
Orange, indeed.
That's me again.
That's you again.
Nothing fun going on. Actually, here's something else I picked up in Rome. And Customs did that to it. What? How fun is that? I know it's.
Pinata
you can get it anywhere. Yes, there were so many colors in it, and then behind that, just to like give you an idea of what I might be talking about next week. You're gonna see this space station behind, which you said the top here needs to be more greebled, and I was just like, well, what if I just added one thing of windows? I want bright blue or some sort of blue there.
I'm kind of digging what you have going on there, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you. And so I got pieces in. Actually, our dog walker brought them in for me to make sort of a more of a facade that switches into a curve, and I finally figured out how to do this curve better. It's going to go around the corner instead, but I got the pieces to do the entire top of that diner looking area in that light azure frame with the dark blue glass. And then I have two different Fabuland facades of like potentially available there. With two different color schemes. One is dark tan, dark azure, and dark blue, which I'm not as crazy about as I thought. I think I'm going to change the dark tan to brown, and I think it'll fix it. But I kind of like the dark tan and the sand green. What do you think of any
Yeah,
sketch model you see there?
I've done regular tan with sand green. That has a nice pop to it as well. I like the dark tan with it. I think it's pretty good. It is very earthy though.
It's a little it's not as like classic. So I had a problem this week, right? You've seen all the medieval stuff I've done. There's a ton of medieval stuff in Italy, but there's also a lot of like Renaissance stuff. And
Yeah.
so there's so many different textures that I've worked with, but there's also a lot of bright colors in like stucco. And I'm like, I can't do just a flat, for example, pink wall unless there's like cracks in it or discoloration. And like that's something that I think would be hard. I think I need to figure out how to make those sorts of textures clear in Lego that are very subtle and more subtle than I immediately can imagine being possible with Lego bricks. And
Yeah.
silence greets me.
Well, I mean, okay, it's you've been somewhere now that's inspiring you
a lot.
and then you're coming back to a sci-fi building, and it's kind of like,
Oh
how
no! I'm sorry.
do you
I don't
mix those, right?
So yeah, see, I said way too much. I've got too many thoughts in my head. So my concern is like the Fabuland stuff that you've seen for me is very
Yeah.
medieval based, but I've been inspired by all of the
You want to
like
update it a
Renaissance.
little.
Yeah. Well, it's not even updated. Like a lot of the old a lot of the older ruins in Rome, for example, are very colorful, but like very marble and stucco based. So there, it's marble that's been painted a different color. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like I'm going from like stone and half timbered houses to like the same sort of shape or size or concept that is a material that's like stucco,
That's different and a different color and a different
stucco and
whatever.
brick.
Yeah.
It's the texture because I was in. There's a ton of buildings around Rome and Florence that are here. Let's bring us back here. Let's go back to the two of us. No, you are out. You
I
go
got
away.
it. I got it.
Thank you.
Look, I know how to do things now.
One of the most inspiring color combinations of the week to me were like white columns and frames with pink stucco and turquoise window frames, like windows and doors. And I could do that in any shape I want with the amount of pieces that I have, but I like basically mostly with basic brick. So if I wanted to make like a textured pink wall, for example, like the bright pink brick doesn't come in sort of the brick, like the profile brick that I found in lavender, or like different sorts of tile shapes to make sort of like a cracked stucco somewhere. It's like there's very limited pieces to make a good texture that would be something interesting or at least satisfying to me to like kind of copy that sort of look. And so I'm like, I'm really inspired and I really want to move into this brighter color sort of spectrum, but like I don't know that I the parts palette is out there in the colors that I want to use.
You can do it, Mark.
I know, and I'm excited to do it on the live stream.
You can do it.
I'm also excited to like have some failures that you're going to call out for me and help me like work past.
Cracked stucco. You've gotten me excited with the cracked stucco suggestion.
Oh my God. And I found somebody on Flickr who does really well at it. And I don't want to like copy this person. It's Ralph something. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. So I have a few segments left to do for the night that we're going to have to like call off because we've been at this for a while. And Matt
2
just came
hours
over
and
with dinner.
44 minutes.
Yeah, but I gotta admit I was excited about this, so I kind of knew this was going to go that way. Let me see if I can find this guy before we go.
While you're looking for that, I got a good zoom in here. I got a good zoom in picture of that Viking bridge. This is definitely that plastic piece. That plasticky string piece.
It is? Oh yeah,
for sure.
The one, the one we called up earlier.
Yep. So I'm going to continue to give Vikings an ooh for sure.
Yeah. It's this one.
Yep. All right, you find
2630. I did. I found my dude. Hold
stucco.
on. Give me 1 second. Flickr Ralph Langer is his name. I'm going to share this stream with everybody because I found inspiration with it, but I don't want to look at it again because I want to come up with my own. Let's see. I want to come up with my own way of doing something similar.
I think I've heard Ralph's name before, so he's probably.
Oh, he's all over the place. Yeah, you've definitely seen his
builder.
stuff. Let me see. Stop screen, present. There we go. Present Ben. No, I want to present my stuff. All right, hold on. Present. Come on. Slides. All right. It keeps doing the stop screen. Yeah, sure. Do it.
There's the one you were sharing. There, now you have to add it back.
Present. Now I got it.
Yep.
Share screen. Thank you.
Streaming is hards.
Hey, especially when you haven't slept for like 49 hours or something like that. Screen 3, I think. Here he is. All right, so here's his Flickr stream. So it is, let's go up here, Ralph Langer.
All right.
Let me find one of the first ones that I found inspiring by him. But again, I don't want to look at him again, so I don't like copy. I want to come up with my own way to do so. Here's one of them. Where he's got this like it's rather deep, but like there's so many techniques in this one building. You see them all over where it's like cracked plaster. But you want like as a little depth as possible. And actually the plaster that's cut away in Florence and Rome are rather deep. Like there's some really great pictures I can share with everybody for real inspiration probably next week. Would be like there's quite a bit, and there's a method to which they chip away the plaster to make sure it doesn't cut away too much, and they can tuck point the building to keep the entire like facade strong without having to replaster it. So they chip plaster away at the corner so they can tuck point the brick. What were you laughing at, by the way? Sorry.
the postnatal multivitamin ad that you gotta.
Right,
I get fed crazy ads, so I always chuckle because I'm like, I know you're not looking for that, but like
literally
the things that they think you want to see, I'm like
zero reason for me to need that.
I know. So why is it feeding you that? Isn't it supposed to be smart?
Right? There's 10 techniques in this one. He names them in his description, but it's like, so you got like a thinner sort of like they're painting over this and they're painting through the cracks. This is amazing. Like this separate sort of brick here with like, there's 3 or 4 different brick techniques right here. And then like the sort of like chipped away and angled, cracked facade here. He does an amazing job. There's one in here. I mean, if you look at these bigger ones, there's so many techniques in here. You can't even like, you just overwhelmed. You're looking for one. to do what you want to do. His earlier stuff, he does a little bit more work with the techniques on. He does. I know what I'm thinking of. I know I'll see it. Oh, this. So rounded castle walls. He does these with toe balls. Toe balls. The 1x2 the 1x2 modified with, here, I've got them right here.
Toe ball. Yeah,
That's what we refer to them as, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I was hoping I wouldn't ever say it like this. Toe balls.
Toe balls. Yeah.
Here, in case you don't know what I mean and you're watching this, I will hold one up to my screen here because I bought like 300 of each, I think, to try to work with some column things before I even saw that he does this. But he does have this technique kind of demonstrated on his Flickr stream here. It is that in different ways and configurations and depths, but like all these curved walls here, he's done with. Can I just double click it? Come on, there, that.
Yeah.
He's done that a lot with hinges. This area, at least.
Yeah.
If not this as well. This is all sorts of different techniques.
They tend to refer to those two pieces together, or the smaller toe balls, as mixel joints. They were real popular with the mixel characters. So you'll hear people call those mixel joints all the time.
I do remember that. And he has another one, just to show you real quick, without showing you the exact technique behind it. He's got like a little island sort of thing that's based off those. Am I making that up in my head, or does it actually exist? It may not actually exist. Hold on.
Mark is making it up as he goes.
Oh, it's how I live my life. And let's check out page one more time, just to make sure. Oh, nope, I'm right.
Joellen loved the mixels.
Of course she did.
Surprised. They were plenty of scary, monstery like looking creatures in those things, and lots. I bet. What do you think? Joellen was probably really fired up about. They had kind of like a Halloween sub theme of mixels.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of glow in the dark like pieces, and they had like bats and purple and all kinds of stuff. That was probably totally Joellen's jam. Now she's gonna come back and be like, "No, actually, I like the dentist guys," but you know.
No, I think you nailed it.
I guess we'll find out.
I think you're totally right. Yeah, this guy's worth a look. Just if it's not exactly what you want to do, at least it'll open up your mind into other ways to like make textures work, or just kind of open up new ways to connect things, like this beautiful ledge here that's just ingots. That's a half step off of everything else.
Yeah, like both the creepy Halloween ones and the garbage ones, the green ones.
Oh, the garbage ones were very cool. Yeah.
And Lego Team B says, "Don't fight the algorithm, Ben. You know you want it, whatever it is. Come talk to me at Brick World. I will tell you what I've been fed. Do not want to talk about it on the stream."
Yeah, no.
Bad
idea.
Bad idea. They're still listening. I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to see anymore. Oof. Well, it sounds like you had a good time in Italy.
I did. I had a great time here tonight. I've been excited about this live stream for a couple of weeks because I've been building up things to talk about. And I think we talked about like 75% of them. Yeah. But I have a couple segments ready for next week, depending on what I end up being able to build this week or not. Well, I have to, because it all needs to go to Grand Rapids. But we've got some good inspiration stuff from Italy, and maybe some more Animal Crossing stuff. We'll see what we're able to do. Where are you hoping to be with your SHIPtember build by next week?
Oh boy. Well, I
realistically,
definitely,
like I know you're good at planning, so
I
that's I'm not
definitely
trying
want to
to.
be done with the current level. Let's call it level. Normally, I kind of sketch one side of the ship, and I do all of that, and then I kind of spend the last couple days just mirroring it. This time, I've kind of been doing both sides at the same time a little bit more, so that I can sort of just finish the section and then move on. It's a little different than what I've done before. But yeah, there's a couple things that I need to change, but for the most part, I'm pretty satisfied with where it is. There's a lot of stuff unfinished. That'll probably go on the, that's the underside of the ship. Worry
Yeah.
about that later, dummy, type category. But the current level, I intend to be done with. So whatever's above the supports that I'm building now,
Yeah.
that will be the last 10 days. Hopefully I'll have at least started on those. But I definitely need to be done with this current level and on to that next part.
Yeah.
So
I think that's an anxiety we all feel when we're trying to complete a project. And that was a hard sentence for me to iterate. So
you know what that means. Mark needs to crash. He needs to
eat something.
curl up with his two girls. Is Cheeto a girl or?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, with his two girls and his boy tonight, right?
So what was really sweet when I went to pick them up is the person who was watching them was running the washer and dryer. And so nobody heard me come in. And so I thought they were outside. I walked around the corner. They were all in the bedroom, and both dogs saw me and just ran out. And so it was 8 paws and 2 tongues on me. I was trying to video when my dog saw me again after 2 weeks, and it just, my phone got knocked out of my hand. It was the most adorable time ever. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to spending some time with them and relaxing tonight. And it's a great way to come back home after spending time in a beautiful country, to have 2 beautiful souls with you, with these 2 dogs, because they are just the sweetest, most wholesome company you could have. And the way we end the show week after week is to remind you that Bob Ross has always told us there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. And we're going to recycle an old outro. Good night.
I love that. Here's better than any other one we've seen, because they're not just animated characters added in. They're flat stickers with white outlines, just playing in the pool. It's well, you don't get any minifigs, but you can pretend with sticker people. And the sticker people don't even come with the set. They're just, showing you what you could pretend that these exciting friends are doing at the Cherry Vitality Beach.
Here's what you can do. Vitality water bar drink to your heart's content, which is definitely excellent grammar. Water curtain door. It opens. That's great. There's a leisure section.
You'd want it to do that.
There's a life-saving observation spot. There's a swim shop. Stand in the observatory to enjoy the breathtaking view. The exciting and funny water slide. Sit in the beach chair and enjoy sunbath.
Sunbath. Yep.
Yes, lockers.
But here's my favorite. The ice cream van, baby. That's a van.
Why is there a fish on it?
That is the coolest van I've ever seen. Yeah, what is that fish for? I have no idea.
Go into the shower room to wash the sand off your body.
Well, it's a good suggestion.
Ooh, look, they made different flag molds, or they photoshopped in something and folded it. Oh, hi.